physicality when it comes to really taking away things defensively. The difference is Michigan State doesn't create quite as many turnovers throughout the year as Ole Miss does. But in this game, they're going to have to really make sure that that's pretty balanced. Because right now, what Ole Miss is doing in the last 5 games, they are averaging 10 steals a game, which is just absolutely incredible numbers. And what Michigan State's got to be able to do, run their offense, be able to run their sets, and not give Ole Miss easy baskets. Because Ole Miss, to be in this game, their three-point shooting may not be there, but their easy baskets can't be there if you're Michigan State. You've got to make sure you're taking care of the ball. I think it's going to be a fantastic game in the paint. I think Ole Miss is going to have to be really, really good on the glass because Michigan State is always good on the glass. I think the guard play is pretty even. I think the big man play is pretty even. I think the two coaches are outstanding. I think we're going to have an incredible game.
Interesting breakdown with these two teams. Michigan State didn't have an all-league first-team player, yet they won the Big Ten regular season championship in what was just an incredible year. And Ole Miss, meantime, really experienced. They got 10 seniors on this roster. They just seem like a hardened group, and it just adds to the juicy storylines in this matchup.
Oh, I don't think there's any question about it. I mean, they're really tough teams. And Michigan State is the number 1 three-point shooting defensive team in the country. And that is not Ole Miss's forte. They've got guys that can make threes like Dre Davis and Sean Padula, but that is not their forte. So I think that's going to be big. Here's another big thing, Spiro. The foul line is going to be really, really huge. Michigan State is down in fouls when you look at the conference tournament and when you look at the NCAA tournament. They are making more. They're making 90 free throws in 5 games. Their opponents have attempted 90 free throws. That will be huge tonight.
So Michigan State and Ole Miss, they have both taken the floor, and we are ready. We'll have Coach Crean's keys to the game and the opening tip. From the Westwood One NCAA Radio Network, this is the men's basketball tournament.
People always ask me, Guy, why are you so confident? And I tell them because I shop for a used car with Carfax. Why Carfax? Because I was able to
pause for the facts.
What kind of facts? Used car facts.
Facts.
Like which car has been in a reported accident, which ride has the best value,
Facts.
Which car will have me feeling so confident that I'll just turn up the radio
Facts.
and roll down the windows
Facts.
and belt out show tunes, knowing full well that I cannot sing.
Facts.
Carfax is the answer. Shop the all-new Carfax.com.
Traveling in basketball? Bad move. Traveling the world? Great move. Wherever the road takes you, Best Western is your place to take a time out and catch your breath. Because every team needs a place to regroup. Life's a trip. Make the most of it at Best Western. Book direct and save at bestwestern.com.
Mom, I need to lay low for a few days.
Lay low? What's going
What's up, basketball fans? Thank you all for hanging out with us this afternoon, this evening, this morning, wherever it is where you are watching from. It's very important. This next step is so important. Bring more basketball fans here to the chat to help us raise money for SickKids Hospital in Toronto just by hitting that like button and sharing this link out to all of your friends on social media. Got a special message from Joe Bowen. Thank you for hitting the like. Thank you for sharing this out and helping us build this awesome community. Good luck to your team. We'll see you in the chat.
This is Joe Bowen, the voice of the Toronto Maple Leafs. So like, subscribe, and share because every click impacts SickKids' mission to heal the future.
And we welcome you back to Atlanta. The lights turn down here as the starters are introduced as we get you set for Michigan State and Ole Miss. The Rebels in the Sweet 16 for only the second time in school history. And Michigan State, 16th trip to the Sweet 16 since Tom Izzo took over this program 30 years ago. Let's get to our keys to the game, sponsored by Realtors. Buying a home can be a lot, but with the ethical expertise of a realtor, you don't have to do it alone. Realtors are members of the National Association of Realtors. All right, Coach, let's begin with Ole Miss.
Well, first and foremost, transition defense. They've seen a lot of running teams in the SEC, but I'm not sure one that gets up the court like Michigan State does. They've also got to find a way to get easy baskets, Spiro. They've got to force some turnovers because scoring in the half court is easier said than done against Michigan State, and they have got to keep Michigan State off the offensive glass. Michigan State gets almost 13 offensive rebounds in the last 5 games inside of this tournament. They've got to do a great job of blocking them out.
What about Michigan State?
Well, I think it's the flip side. They got to get up the floor because Ole Miss has got a very stingy half-court defense as well. So they've got to throw it ahead. I think the rim running for Michigan State is going to be big. I think it's going to put a lot of pressure on the Ole Miss bigs. They've got to take care of the ball because, like we mentioned in the open, Ole Miss is getting 10 steals a game right now in the last 5 games. It's going to be paramount that they don't give them easy baskets this way. And then Michigan State, they've got to get great guard play from Jason Richardson and from Trey Holloman.
All right, let's get the starting lineups. It's sponsored by Cintas. Work days are better when you partner with Cintas. Keep your team protected, prepared, and looking great. Visit Cintas.com and get ready for the workday. Ole Miss 24-11, 10-8 in SEC play. Again, they're in the Sweet 16 for only the second time in the history of their school. They're coached by Chris Beard, second year in Oxford. Just an incredible job by him and his staff. He will start this way. Malik Dia, the junior, has been sensational during this run. First year in the program, he enters the night averaging nearly 11 points and 6 rebounds per game. His leading scorer and star is Sean Padula, the Oklahoma kid, Virginia Tech transfer, third-team All-SEC this season, and their leading scorer at better than 15 per game. Jalen Juju Murray, the Bronx native, St. Peter's transfer, second year in the program, starts at one guard, averages 10.5 points and 3.5 assists per game. And Matthew Morrell, the senior Memphis native out of IMG Academy in Florida. And Dre Davis rounds out their starting lineup, the senior from Indianapolis, and double transfer by way of Louisville and Seton Hall. Meantime, Michigan State, of course, Tom Izzo is the head coach. He will start with Jackson Kohler, Jeremy Fears, Jaden Akins, Jace Richardson, who has been a starter for them the last 2 months plus of the season, with Cohen Carr, who interestingly is moved into the starting lineup tonight, potentially maybe for some matchup reasons. And we'll see how that thing plays out with Jackson Kohler manning the middle. Time now for the opening tip, sponsored by AutoZone. Free battery testing, free battery charging, and replacement batteries that fit your needs. That's what makes AutoZone America's #1 battery destination. Get in the zone, AutoZone. And the waiting is just about over. The Rebels in their red tops, red shorts, Ole Miss in the script white letters with white numbers across the chest, and Michigan State all whites with State in the block dark green letters and numbers across the chest. Our officials, Kip Kissinger, John Gaffney, and DJ Carstensen. And we are ready to go here in Atlanta. The Rebels and the Spartans. Cohen Carr, Malik Dia to jump, and the Spartans control. They have it going to our left. And we're underway here in Atlanta. Jace Richardson holds it at the edge of the center circle. One-handed bounce left wing to a stumbling Jeremy Fears, who caught it and kind of stumbled over his own feet, and it's a traveling violation.
Well, and that's a good start for Ole Miss. I mean, they're locked in. I love the Cohen Carr matchup. I had the privilege of recruiting Jace Richardson's dad, Jason, before I left for Marquette for Michigan State. Cohen Carr is more like Jason Richardson than actually Jace Richardson is.
Here's Malik Dia on the catch, rolling to the basket across the box to the left and lays it up and in. Beautiful pick and roll set up by Padula to get the Rebels our first points.
And Malik Dia is such a weapon when he drops that right shoulder and scores with his left hand. That's exactly how he started the game.
So a 2-0 lead for Ole Miss, opening minute here in Atlanta. Fears in the front court, gives right front court to Richardson, back to Fears, edge of the circle. Fears guarded there by Murray. Left wing pass, Akins. Kohler posting up, catches the bounce off the baseline. Backs down Padula, straight away Akins, right wing into the corner to Richardson, 5 to shoot. Out to the wing, squares, fires a deep 3, missed it, and the rebound Dia. Richardson was 4 feet beyond the three-point line. Padula straight away, pump fakes on a 3, enters the paint, running floater, rattles it down, and it's 4-0 Rebels.
Great job by Padula, catching the ball, shot faking hard, going down the middle with his right hand, really getting extension on the dribble.
Jackson Kohler controls it for the Spartans. Dribble handoff right wing to Fears. with 1:20 gone by, and the Spartans down 4-0. Kohler catches off the right corner, slowly turns and faces, now backs down, picks up the dribble. They trap him, bounces out, right wing Carr, 7 to shoot. Carr fights his way to the mid post, stops and shoots, misses back rim. Weak side rebound, Padula. Padula over the timeline. Rebels in red going to our right with a 4-0 lead. Juju Murray between the circles, guarded by Richardson. Head on a swivel, looking for a teammate. Now looks to his left, wanders left. Calls out a screen, gets it from Dia. Murray dribbles right, stops on the wing, guarded by Richardson. 9 to shoot. Dribbles out front. Left wing pass to Morrell, down to the left box. Kohler trying to tie him up and does. Possession arrow favoring the Rebels, and it will stay here with Ole Miss.
Well, great job defensively here by Michigan State. Juju Murray could not get by Fierce. They get up into your body, they fight over handoffs, and they get in your chest.
Padula inbounding right baseline, 3.7 to shoot. Throws into Dia deep in the left corner. Dia crosses over, fires. It's an air ball too strong. Didn't get rim, so it's a shot clock violation. Belongs to the Spartans.
Well, tough place. And Malik Dia loves threes. He's got very much a set shot three. And a catch and shoot, he had to adjust that shot too much that he didn't draw any iron.
Just over 2 minutes gone by here in Atlanta. Michigan State down 4-0, looking for their first points. Fears wanders up the far side, settles into the wing, gives between the circles to Richardson. Richardson dribbles to the left, guarded by Dia, hands to Akins. Akins between the circles, 10 to shoot. Stumbles with the dribble for a second, crosses over Dia, dribbles down the left of the paint, lefty floater, got it up and in to get the Spartans their first points.
That was a beautiful drive. He went right to left on the crossover between the legs. Got great extension, great lift with his left hand.
4-2 Rebels, 2:40 gone by. Thea straight away, thought about the three, gives right wing to Davis, into the paint, lays it up and in on the attack. 6-2 Rebels. Spartans looking to push quickly, coach, but the Rebels get back. Then Padula knocks it away from Akins in the front court, and it's taken by Davis. Ahead to Juju Murray. Pull up right wing three. Back rim, no good. Rebound Carr.
This is an extremely physical game, Spiro. I've counted 9 fouls already haven't been called.
Fears, nice pass underneath to Carr, taking contact and lays it in. Michigan State down 2, 6-4.
Cohen Carr has got such great contact balance for a young player. Caught the ball on the left side, dropped his right shoulder, scored with his left hand.
6-4 Ole Miss, 16.5 to play, early minutes here in Atlanta. Dia fires straight away, 3 off the right of the rim, and the rebound underneath Richardson and the Spartans. Michigan State looking to push, down 6-4. With just under 4 minutes gone by here in Atlanta. Fears between the circles, dribbles right wing. Guarded by Dia, passes to Carr, who flashes to the top of the key. Carr is fouled on the catch.
Yeah, it was just a bit of a trip. They call that one after all this other contact in the game. But that, I love the matchup that Tom Izzo has got with Cohen Carr. It's going to force Malik Dia. It's going to force Brakefield now, who's in. It's going to force them to come out. Cohen Carr is not a great three-point shooter, but he's an outstanding driver with a great first step.
Carson Cooper, the junior, has checked in for Tom Izzo, as has Trey Holloman. Foul was charged to Morrell, his first. So David Barnes also in here for the Rebels. Cohen Carr off the inbounds. They work it around the perimeter. Right wing Holloman, 8 to shoot. Holloman has it poked away and stolen by Ole Miss. Tremendous defense by Morrell. Ahead of the field is Davis. Left wing Padula fires a deep three, short front of the rim. Rebound Richardson and Michigan State. 6-4 Rebels with just over 4 minutes gone by. Richardson dribbling right wing. Thought about the three. Gives to Holloman between the circles. Left wing Akins. Akins guarded by Barnes. Bounces out front Cooper. Dribble handoff right wing is broken up out of bounds by Morrell. Coach, who's been all over the place, and we're going to get a timeout.
Well, and I don't think Michigan State understands just how quick, active, and athletic, and how much Ole Miss will reach in and take the basketball. They've got 2 steals, and it should have been a third.
Timeout on the floor with 15:32 to play in this opening half in Atlanta. And Ole Miss in front of Michigan State, 6-4. From the Westwood One NCAA Radio Network, this is the men's basketball tournament.
The family that vacations together stays together. At least, that was the plan. Except now, the Dastardly desk clerk is saying he can't confirm your connecting rooms.
Wait, what?
That's right, ma'am. You have rooms 201 and 709.
No, we cannot be 5 floors away from our kids.
The doors have double locks. They'll be fine.
When you want connecting rooms confirmed before you arrive, it matters where you stay.
Welcome to Hilton. I see your connecting rooms are already confirmed.
Hilton, for this day.
Robinhood Gold members can now enjoy the VIP treatment, receiving a 3% IRA match on retirement contributions. A very handsome reward indeed. With Robinhood Gold, your annual IRA contributions are boosted by 3%. Plus, you also get 4% APY on your cash and non-retirement accounts. That's over 8 times the national savings average. The perks of the high net worth are now available for any net worth. The new gold standard is here with Robinhood Gold. To receive a 3% IRA boost on annual contributions, sign up at Robinhood.com/gold. Investing involves risk. Rates subject to change. 3% match requires Robinhood Gold at $5 a month for 1 year from first match. Must keep funds in IRA for 5 years. Go to Robinhood.com/boost. Over 8 times the national average savings account interest rate claim is based on data from the FDIC as of November 18th, 2024. Robinhood Financial LLC member SIPC. Gold membership is offered by Robinhood Gold LLC.
Meanwhile at Xfinity.
Okay, huddle up. Do you realize how many fans stream basketball? It's madness.
But real fans stream with Xfinity Internet.
Totally. We've engineered a super fast connection.
With reduced buffering and low lag.
'Cause making streaming better is what we do!
Yeah!
Yeah!
Can we let go now? It's really not a huddle with 2 people.
Switch to Xfinity Internet and stream live sports from the best seat in the house. Bring on the good stuff. Restrictions apply. Not available in all areas. Actual speeds vary. Not guaranteed.
Each team's tournament resume is sponsored by Monster.com. Monster.com empowers you to score big on your next position and win the job hunt. Get off the bench and go to Monster.com today. Monster.com provides great coaching and millions of job openings. Slam dunk with Monster.com today. So the Ole Miss Rebels, the 6th seed in the South region, 24-11, got here by way of their first-round win over North Carolina. Then knocked off Iowa State in convincing double-digit fashion in the round of 32. Michigan State, meantime, beat Brian Handley in round 1 and took care of Richard Pitino and New Mexico in the round of 32. Meantime, here, 15:32 to play early in the first half. Michigan State will inbound, Coach, down 6-4.
Well, what we'll see right now is they're going to inbound the ball. They'll get into some type of zipper cut. After they X across the top, pin it down, get into their offense, and they had a seal wide open. They didn't see it.
Shot clock at 10 as they inbound to Holloman in the front court. Dribbles diagonally across the paint to the left. Out to Akins, left wing with 5 to shoot. Akins crosses over, pulls up from 3, left side. It's short, and the rebound by Ole Miss. On the push, the Rebels up the floor with Davis. Dribbles towards the baseline, but he's sealed there by Richardson. Now he backs down, passes out to Brakefield. Back to Davis off the box. Richardson tries to back away, pull the chair out from under him, but the officials are going to get him for the foul. It'll be his first, and the first against the Spartans.
Well, an Ole Miss staple right now is to come out of that first timeout. Chris Beard hunts matchups, and he knows exactly what he wants out of the timeout. They usually go to the left side, just like they did there. Get a back down foul or a back down bucket. Got the foul.
Padula, the inbounder, underneath left baseline. Rebels 6, Michigan State 4, and we're going to get a 5-second violation. Padula threw it in, but it was too late.
I'm always nervous. It's been an Achilles heel for this team. Sean Padula struggles inbounding the ball. There's no fake to him. There's no eye deception to him. He's obviously not that big. This is not the first time that's happened this year. May not be the last tonight.
Frankie Fiddler, the Omaha transfer, is checked into the game for Tom Izzo. Holloman has it left wing. Guarded by Davis. Cooper trying to post up, and Holloman is going to back away and reset. Gives to Fiddler out front. Fiddler dribbles right wing, fakes the handoff with 8 to shoot. Gives to Cooper at the free throw line. Back out Fears right wing. Fears to the top of the circle. He'll fire from deep. Misses badly to the left, and the rebound Davis and the Rebels.
Not a good shot, and Michigan State had a back cut on a tough overplay on the right side. It's going to be interesting to see if they find that and go back to that type of action. The back cuts are there, Spiro.
Ole Miss has possession and a 6-4 lead, just approaching 14 minutes left in the half. Dribble handoff left wing to Davis. Davis dribbling at the 28-foot left wing hash mark. Steps into a 3. Back of the rim, no. And the rebound underneath by Michigan State's Cooper.
That's not Dre Davis's shot. An off the dribble rush 3.
Michigan State has it in white, going left. Holloman gives to Fiddler in the right corner. Fiddler hounded by Davis, backs away, resets. Foul line pass, Cooper, a leading hook shot, got it, and we're tied at 6.
Beautiful pass. Michigan State's been trying to attack the middle defensively. They found Cooper in the paint. Great job, great catch. He is shooting at a high level in this tournament.
Brakefield holding left wing, curling dribble down the center of the paint, up with the shot. Cooper got a piece. Brakefield has it. Passes to Padula, left corner, attacks left baseline, misses on the layup, and the rebound, Cooper. Michigan State pushing, tied at 6, 13.5 to play. Here's Fiddler, transition left wing, 3 short. Weak side rebound, Brakefield, and Ole Miss.
Good open 3 by Fiddler. They never matched up with the trailer. He just missed an open 3.
Can Ole Miss get their offense recalibrated? They started 2 of 3. They're one of their last 8. Brakefield enters the paint from the left wing, and on the shot as he elevated right in the center of the paint with that little baby hook, he's bumped. And Coach is going to shoot free throws.
Well, and this is textbook Chris Beard basketball. Come out after that first timeout. Look for your matchups, especially on the left side. And it's even interesting with Jamin Brakefield because Jamin Brakefield is a left-handed player, and he attacked going to his left shoulder right hand.
Spiro Ditas and Tom Crane here at the Granger broadcast position in Atlanta, Georgia. When you need products in a pinch, Granger offers same-day pickup and next-day delivery on most orders. Click Granger.com or stop by for industrial-grade supplies for your business. First free throw from Jamin Brakefield is up and good.
Best offense right now for Ole Miss is the isolation post-ups. They've gotten fouls out of it. Michigan State is doing a good job defending this team so far. What Ole Miss has got to do is get back and get matched up in transition and then not allow the back cuts for Michigan State, which are there.
Brakefield, the southpaw, misses the second, and the offensive rebound by Morrell. Going to get the Rebels an extra possession. We come up on 13 minutes left in the half. Ole Miss 7, Michigan State 6. That first free throw by Brakefield, their first points in 4 minutes. Into the corner, Padula, catch and shoot. 3, splash! 4-point Rebels lead.
Great job by Padula. Michigan State is a trail team, but they were late. They got hung up in the pick. That's all Sean Padula needed was just a split second of timing.
10-6, 12:42 to play first half. Fears out front. Gets it to Holloman, right wing, coming around a screen. Now he attacks down to the box, lays it up, missed it, but a foul as Holloman is knocked to the floor. Strong move to the cup. Young man who has really settled into that bench role. Began the year as a starter for Tom Izzo. And what a lineup shift that has been to help catapult this Michigan State team.
Well, it absolutely has. And in the last 5 games, he's got a 3-to-1 assist-turnover ratio, and that is huge. Whether you're starting or coming off the bench, he does a great job of playing up the floor. He never comes back for the ball in the break. He's always getting up the floor. Great throw-ahead passer as well. Great drive. They're playing inside the elbows, inside the paint right now, almost exclusively outside of the break for Michigan State.
Jace Richardson back in for the Spartans, and our first look at Eduardo Klafke, the freshman young man from Brazil. First time he's checked into the game now for Chris Beard and Ole Miss. First free throw from Holloman was good, and it's 10-7 Ole Miss.
I love Eduardo Klafke. He's from Brazil. This is not going to faze him. He's played where they're shooting off fireworks, shooting off guns, smoking cigarettes. This is nothing to him.
It's like a Sunday stroll in the park for that kid. Both free throws from Holloman good, and it's 10-8 Ole Miss with 12.5 to play in this first half in Atlanta. Murray gives to Davis, curling around a screen at the line. His pass into the corner to Morrell. Catch and shoot 3. No good. Front rim. Weak side rebound to Cooper. Up the floor. Fears sprinting. Goes into the paint. Up with the lob underneath left side to Carr. Rises and is whacked. And that is the breathtaking breakneck speed of Michigan State's break. Juju Murray is whistled for his first, and Cohen Carr to the free throw line for 2.
Well, there's an old saying, I didn't make it, but I've used it 1,000 times. A corner 3 is a fast break waiting to happen. And that's exactly what happened. It was a good open play. Morrell takes it, and Ole Miss is utilizing the curl action very well to get a 3 like that. But Michigan State is gone when they can get a weak side board like that. Every guard in the game can push and throw the ball ahead for MSU.
The official NCAA Ticket Exchange is the only NCAA-approved place to buy and sell authentic, 100% guaranteed Final Four tickets with other fans. Visit the official NCAA Ticket Exchange today at ncaa.com/exchange. Cohen Carr making his first career start, and it comes in the Sweet 16 of the NCAA tournament. Both free throws good. We're tied at 10.
Well, every day Tom Izzo can hold on to Cohen Carr and not him enter the NBA draft is a good day for Tom. This kid's going to play in the NBA for a long, long time. Incredible athlete. Probably the best athlete in the gym.
Dre Davis has it, top of the circle, 10 to shoot. Padula gets the layup, rises and drains a straightaway three.
Padula's concentration and focus when he's coming off a screen to keep his eye on the target of the rim is incredible.
Then the Rebels knock it away in the front court. Carr with the turnover. Up the floor comes Klafke. Gives it to the far corner, left side to Morrell. Enters the paint hard with the dribble, left wing pass. This is Klafke. Reset Padula straight away. Still 16 on the timer. Padula gives right wing to Morrell. Steps back, elevates from deep, misses back rim. Offensive rebound. Dia powers back up and scoops in a righty layup to make it a 5-point Ole Miss lead.
Malik Dia is such a force. There was nobody on him, and Michigan State is known for the blockouts. Not that time.
Whistle blown here. Looks like off the ball. The officials are going to get Padula, I believe, and everyone's going to catch their breath. We're going to get a timeout on the floor. 11:09 remaining in this first half in Atlanta. Sean Padula is just assessed his second personal foul. Huge call.
And an off-the-ball call, too, Spiro. In this game,
Ole Miss 15, Michigan State 10, as we get a timeout on the floor. You're listening to the men's basketball tournament on the Westwood One NCAA Radio Network.
I had the worst dream last night. You were in a car crash, and the kids and I were on our own. We had to move out of the house because I couldn't afford it anymore.
That's awful, hon.
My brother got life insurance from Ethos, and it only took 10 minutes. And he got $2 million in coverage for around $2 a day. It's all online. No medical exam. He just answered a few health questions right from his house.
Ethos, here we come.
Visit ethos.com/score. Ethos.com/score.
Sample rate is a 10-year term life policy for 35-year-old healthy, non-smoking male. Billed monthly.
Something amazing is happening in workplaces everywhere. Devices are learning how people work and adapting to help them get more done. That's because CDW is modernizing experiences with Dell's intelligent portfolio of devices. Thanks to built-in security and AI capabilities, your teams can work smarter wherever they may be. Dell and CDW. Make amazing happen. Learn more at cdw.com/Dell Client.
Spring has sprung, and so have the deals at Cold Spring Savings Event. I just got a comfy tee for just $7.99, a cute swimsuit for $19.99, 40% off patio furniture for my backyard, and so much more. So don't wait. These deals are too good to miss. Hurry over to Kohl's to save big on warm weather essentials during their Spring Savings Event today. Select styles. Offers end March 30th. Some exclusions apply. See store or kohls.com for details.
Check engine or ABS light on? Take the guesswork out of your warning lights with O'Reilly Veriscan. It's free. Ask for O'Reilly Veriscan.
O'Reilly Auto Parts.
Monster.com helps you slam dunk the job search and make your next career move. With great coaching and millions of job openings, Monster.com empowers you to score your next position and win the job hunt. Get off the bench and go to Monster.com today.
Here at the Sweet 16 in Atlanta, 11:09 left in this first half with Ole Miss in front of Michigan State, 15-10. Let's check the schedule. The tournament games coming up on Westwood One, sponsored by the 2027 X15 engine from Cummins, featuring better fuel efficiency, immense power, backed by 25-plus years of experience. The 2027 X15 is built to rise above the challenges of tomorrow. The X15, forever rising. We got a terrific second matchup coming up later tonight. The 5 seed in the South Michigan and the 1 seed, number 1 overall seed in the tournament, the Auburn Tigers. But first, Coach, the business at hand. Give us your initial observations. Big second personal against Sean Padula for the Rebels.
There's no doubt about that. I don't think Chris Beard, unless he really gets a lead right here, can afford to have him out that long. But after working for Tom Izzo his first 4 years, he never lets the sun go down on a problem, and he never, ever wastes a timeout. And right now, guarantee he got into this team about their lack of blocking out, the fact that they have 0 offensive rebounds, have given up 4, and are not nearly strong enough with the basketball.
Michigan State inbounds. Fears top of the circle, dribbles hard into the paint, flows up a runner, misses badly off the glass. Offensive rebound, Fears. Near corner pass, Holloman attacks baseline left, skips it across the baseline, right corner Richardson, enters the paint, flicks it up with the floater, misses badly, but he's fouled. Knocked to the deck, looked like Richardson took a shot to the top of the head. Pops back onto his feet as he will shoot a couple of free throws with 10:52 left in the half. It's on Dre Davis's first.
Well, he's so good driving with his left hand, that time out of the right corner. which is his specialty. Getting into the lane, flipping it up with the left hand, which he's very accurate on. Obviously got fouled on that. Great drive. Great first step by Jace Richardson.
First free throw rattles off the rim and is no good. Couple of changes for Chris Beard as Klafke and looks like Davis will sit. David Barnes will check into the game for Chris Beard. And Jamin Brakefield back in as well. So Sean Padula on the bench. We'll see how long Beard keeps him there. Richardson, a left-handed shooter, hits on the second. And it's 15-11 Ole Miss.
Yeah, Chris Beard cannot afford a lot of errant threes right now with Sean Padula out. This changes a little bit. We'll get more downhill drives, a little bit more inside action.
Morrell, top of the circle, gives left wing now to Barnes. Barnes gives the Brakefield straight away. Right wing pass Murray. Murray with 13 to shoot, pulls up, crosses over, and bangs in a straightaway three. 7-point Rebels lead.
Great shot by Juju Murray. Jace Richardson was on him, but then dropped his hands and he shot it over top.
18-11 Rebels, 10-20 to play before halftime. Richardson between the circles gets a Kohler screen, gives left corner Fears. Fears jab stepping against Barnes. Dribbles baseline left, skips it out. Right wing Akins, 9 to shoot. Into the right corner, Richardson catch and shoot. 3, got it. And that cuts the Ole Miss lead to 5.
Right corner, Jace Richardson. He loves it over there for the three or for the drive. Michigan State, though, Spiro, is spending too much time driving it baseline and getting cut off.
Morrell, nice pass inside for the diving Jalen Murray, catches it and lays it up and in, and it's a 6-point Ole Miss lead, 20-14.
No communication on that screen. Jalen Murray got a wide open cut to the basket for a layup.
Just past the midway point of this first half, Fears straight away. Skips it right corner, Kohler dribbles back to Fears and hands off right of the circle. Fears slashes to the free throw line, couple of fakes, picks up the dribble. His bounce pass underneath, stolen by Morrell. Up the floor, passes right wing Brakefield. Out left wing, Morrell attacks into the paint. Backdoor handoff, Dia, and he's fouled at the summit by Cohen Carr. What a matchup by a couple of terrific leapers as Malik Dia will shoot a pair.
Oh, yeah, that's high level. Malik, those are two guys that are going to meet someday in an NBA game in the probably not too distant future. Malik Dia is so strong and explosive, but a great drive by Matthew Morrell. And they're on verge right now. They may have 10 steals by halftime, the way they're taking the ball from Michigan State.
First free throw by Malik Dia is up and good. Later on, we'll select the smart coaching move of the day, sponsored by O'Reilly Auto Parts. Think O'Reilly Auto Parts for all your car care needs. Get the parts and service you need fast from the professional parts people at O'Reilly Auto Parts. So 9:14 left to play, first half here in Atlanta. Ole Miss in the Sweet 16 for only the second time in school history. Trying to get to their first ever Elite Eight. Dia hits the second, and it's 22-14 Rebels.
Two good free throws by Malik Dia. He was only shooting 59% in the last 5 games because he kind of falls back off the free throw line. That time he did a great job staying in his shot.
9:09 left first half. Sean Padula still on the Ole Miss bench. And right now the Rebels sitting pretty with an 8-point lead. Richardson left wing, hands off Holloman, 15 to shoot.
We've got a 1-through-5 switch game going right now for Ole Miss, Spiro.
Fiddler rises at the high post right. It was deflected out of his hands, then out of bounds underneath, off of Fiddler. A Michigan State turnover.
And this is something Ole Miss likes. Chris Beard doesn't mind at all switching 1 through 5 with Brakefield at the 5. Won't always do it with Dia, but he will do it with this lineup, and that was very effective against Michigan State's offensive set.
Juju Murray over the timeline with the Rebels in front, 22-14, just past the 9-minute mark. Trey Davis holding it left wing, looking for a teammate guarded by Fiddler. Gives edge of the circle, Morrell, left wing Brakefield, 10 to shoot. Brakefield guarded by Cooper, picks up the dribble, hands off left wing to Barnes, 5 to shoot. Barnes gives to Murray, right wing, guarded Richardson, dribbles once to the right, elevates from deep, front rim no, rebound underneath Akins. Akins outlets near side Holloman. 8:18 left first half. Michigan State down 8. Here comes Holloman, enters the paint. Jump pass near corner. Akins pull up 3. No good. Back rim. Rebound Brakefield.
Well, not a bad 3 at all, but Michigan State is not getting enough offensive rebounding presence on these threes.
Davis barreling his way down the paint is going to be called for an offensive foul. Chris Beard telling his players to settle down. and that's the second personal on Davis. So the second starter for Beard has to sit, Coach, with 2 personals.
Well, and he may play score with risk reward of that right now. Right now, with an 8-point lead and a TV timeout coming out, he's good. I don't think he has a steadfast rule on if he will not play a guy with 2 fouls. I think it depends on how well he knows the player and what the game is like. That's what I expect to happen this half. If he can go the whole half without Sean Padula in the game, then they are going to be rolling by halftime.
When Padula went to the bench, they were up 15-10, and right now they're up 22-14, just past the 8-minute mark, first half. Klafke has checked into the game for Davis. Cohen Carr holding right wing, slowly turns towards the basket and gives to Holloman straight away. Holloman passes low left. Cooper drop steps, misses point blank with a lefty layup attempt. Rebound knocked out of bounds into the Ole Miss bench. Last touch by Michigan State. And right now, Ole Miss on a 12-4 spurt, holding an 8-point lead. So a timeout on the floor in Atlanta. Ole Miss in front of Michigan State, 22-14 with 7:41 left before halftime. You're listening to the men's basketball tournament on the Westwood One NCAA Radio Network.
Get in the zone, AutoZone.
Welcome to AutoZone. What are you working on today?
I need new rotors.
When you buy 2 Duralast rotors during our spring sale, you get Duralast brake pads free.
Free?
With the rotors.
Well, that's great. What if I need extra stopping power?
You can upgrade to Duralast Gold pads for just $10.
So Duralast pads are free?
Yep.
And an upgrade is just $10?
That's right. Part of the spring sale at AutoZone.
Hey, you! Yeah, you! This is Joe Bowen, the voice of the Toronto Maple Leafs. Are you checking your bracket during the commercial break like the rest of us? Thanks for chatting it up and enjoying this March Madness live hangout with us. So why not make it official? Hit that subscribe button and turn on the bell so you never miss a live game. We're on a mission to hit 100,000 insiders, and you can help us grow this amazing community of sports fans making a difference. Join the conversation, keep it classy, and we'll see you in the chat. Good luck to your team and your bracket.
Some exclusions apply. See store or Kohl's.com for details.
Tomorrow's road, unpaved, unmapped, uncertain. But it's also where we discover what we can truly count on. Like the 2027 X15 engine by Cummins. With better fuel efficiency, up to 605 horsepower, and 2,050 pound-feet of torque. The X15 is a bedrock of reliability that stands forever ready to rise to the occasion. The 2027 X15, forever rising. Estimates based on preliminary testing. Individual results may vary.
Here in Atlanta, Ole Miss 22, Michigan State 14 with 7:41 left to play in this opening half. You can listen to the live stream of every remaining of both the men's and women's tournaments on the Westwood One Sports app and WestwoodOneSports.com. It's sponsored by Masa Chips, classic tortilla chips fried in 100% grass-fed beef tallow. No seed oils, no fake ingredients, just real crunch. Code MM30 gets you 30% off your first order at MasaChips.com. So, Coach, interesting, the chess match started even before the opening tip. Shimon Zapawa, who had started every game this year for Tom Izzo, yet to see him, and Cohen Carr making his first start, and right now the Rebels holding an 8-point lead.
Yeah, I like the matchup. Right now, the big just not scoring enough. This is not as much about Cohen Carr or Zapawa. This is Cooper having a layup and missing it. What Ole Miss is doing right now that's really good, Spiro, is they are really, really protecting the paint. Any baseline drives, he's to immediately. They're doing it. They're forcing Michigan State to look for the three more often right now, which is really good defense by Ole Miss.
Juju Murray dribbling into the paint, stops, pulls up on a little floater, misses back of the rim, and a rebound Michigan State with Cooper. Outlets Holloman, far side pass Fiddler, hard attack to the basket, lays it up and in, and contact.
Very good Michigan State break. Chris Beard is not happy with the call. I don't necessarily blame him right now, but that was a great run. What Michigan State's strength is rim pressure, throwing the ball ahead. I think he's right. I'm not sure that should have been a block.
Tom, looking at the replay, looked like Jamin Brakefield had clearly established position, wasn't leaning. So a tough break for the Rebels.
Absolutely, almost pass on that. Okay, and rather than put the call against the defense, but they did. He was there. Looked like he was good to me. Took it square in the chest.
So here's Frankie Fiddler at the free throw line trying to complete the three-point play. Omaha transfers, senior, hits the free throw, three-point play, cuts with the Rebels lead to 5. 22-17, 7:20 to play in this opening half. Juju Murray over the timeline, gives to Dia right wing. Dia slowly turns against Cooper, puts it on the deck, dribbles to the left. Hands off left wing Brakefield. Bounces high post left to Dia, faces, attacks to the baseline. Knocked out of his hands as he hits the deck. And the officials say last touch by the Rebels.
Well, he caught the ball. Malik Dia caught the ball under the block on the left side. Drove it, reversed it through, drove it with his left hand. There was nowhere to go. Nothing good was going to happen with that. There wasn't a double team, but the baseline cut him off.
Michigan State over the timeline with Holloman. They're down 22-17, just past the 7-minute mark, first half. Frankie Fiddler, right front court, gives out front to Carr. Carr gives left wing Holloman. Holloman guarded by Murray, attacks to the left baseline, sealed off there by Juju Murray. 10 to shoot. Out front Cooper, right front court Akins. Akins doing his dance straight away. Attacks right at the paint, stumbles, lost the handle, out of bounds underneath. And it's a Michigan State turnover, their 6th.
I've counted at least 5. I might be up to 6. Drives baseline, especially by Holloman, with nowhere to go. That is exactly what Ole Miss wants them to do. So now they end up throwing out and reversing it to the top. And the defense is already set because they didn't move anybody.
Ole Miss has possession and a 22-17 lead. Brakefield between the circles, bounces straight away to Dia. Dia faces against Cooper, elevates, fires from 18, misses badly off the right, and the rebound Akins. One and done for Ole Miss. We come up on the 6-minute mark left before halftime. Cohen Carr picks up the dribble straight away, looking for a teammate, bounces to his left in the front court to Cooper.
This Ole Miss defense is so good, Spiro.
Carr has it in the corner, gives out to the wing Cooper, hands there to Holloman, 8 to shoot. Holloman crossing over against Dia, now curls with the dribble into the paint, elevates, knocked away Barnes, loose ball Carr, center in the paint, elevates and hits a little baby hook to cut it to 3.
Beautiful shot by Cohen Carr, right place, right time, when he grabbed the miss and elevated high with his right hand.
22-19 Rebels with 5.5 to play first half. Barnes holding in the front court, gives straight away between the circles, Brakefield. Back to Barnes, right of the circle, 11 to shoot. Barnes attacks, spins down to the right box, hesitates, shoots, misses, front rim, rebound Fiddler.
Great defense. He made David Barnes fade away on the shot.
Michigan State gets down the paint quickly. Fiddler stumbles into the paint, passes out front. It's stolen. Rebels the other way with Murray. Kicks out near corner. Morrell pull up 3, rattles it down, and it's 25-19 Rebels.
Just a ridiculous drive by Frankie Fiddler. Tom Izzo's telling him to settle down. He's exactly right.
Just past the 5-minute mark before halftime. Ole Miss 25, Michigan State 19. Ole Miss, first points in more than 4 minutes. Holloman left wing, a pull-up catch and shoot 3. Too strong back rim. Long rebound tracked down by David Barnes. Up ahead into the corner to Juju Murray. They work it around the horn. Left corner to Morrell. Hard fake. Dribbles to the free throw line. Stops, squares, and hits.
Great drive by Morrell. He lifted Cohen Carr up in the air. Big thing for Ole Miss is to get Michigan State up in the air in those shot fakes. Couldn't have drawn it up any better for Morrell driving it to the middle.
Ole Miss has matched its biggest lead, 27-19. We come up on 4 minutes left in the first half. Holloman holding left front court, 11 to shoot. Gives to Akins off the corner. Left wing Carr, right front court Holloman for the reset, 5 to shoot. Holloman diagonally around the corner, down the paint, blocked at the rim by Dia. Loose ball, Juju Murray up over the timeline, going to our right. Pass low right, Brakefield, Euro step up and hits a pretty floater. It's a 10-point Ole Miss lead. Timeout, Tom Izzo. Sean Padula up off the Ole Miss bench to congratulate his teammates, and they've done all of this with their leading scorer on that bench. A timeout on the floor with 3:52 to play in this opening half in Atlanta. Ole Miss on a 7-0 run lead the Spartans 29-19. You're listening to the NCAA Men's Basketball Tournament on the Westwood One NCAA Radio Network.
At Fisher Investments, we may seem like other money managers, but we're different.
What makes you so different than the rest of us?
We ensure clients receive unparalleled service at every step of the relationship.
Tell me more.
Our investment counselors focus on service over sales, prioritizing clients' needs.
How do you make money?
We don't sell any commission-based products. We have a simple management fee based on the value of our client's portfolio. So we do better when our clients do better.
What about client portfolios?
We get to know each client, their finances, family, health, lifestyle, and more, and then we tailor a portfolio based on their specific goals and needs.
Your clients really come first then, huh?
Yes, we make them a top priority. Our goal is helping them achieve a comfortable retirement.
Wow, maybe we are different.
At Fisher Investments, we're clearly different. Learn more at FisherInvestments.com.
Investing in securities involves the risk of loss.
Your business needed to hire someone yesterday. How can you find amazing candidates fast? Easy. Just use Indeed. With Indeed Sponsored Jobs, your post jumps to the top of the page for relevant candidates so you can reach the people you want faster. According to Indeed data, sponsored jobs posted directly on Indeed have 45% more applications than non-sponsored jobs. Plus, with Indeed Sponsored Jobs, there are no monthly subscriptions, and you only pay for results. Start at Indeed.com/credit.
To win in basketball takes a can-do spirit. So shave with Barbasol and inspire your team. Raise that red, white, and blue can and yell, "We can do this." If it doesn't work, you still got a great shave. Barbasol, it's a can of can-do.
Get 5 quarts of O'Reilly Full Synthetic Motor Oil and a MicroGuard oil filter for $29.99. In-store only. Limit supply.
O'Reilly Auto Parts.
Here in Atlanta, time now to get you the Kohl's fact of the game. Ole Miss and Chris Beard ranking 5th in the country with a turnover margin of +5.2. They have forced an average of 14.2 turnovers while committing just 9 per game. That's the fact of the game, sponsored by Kohl's. Make this spring a stylish one with on-trend looks for every occasion when you shop at Kohl's and Kohl's.com, where families come first. 3:52 left in the opening half. Ole Miss coach up on Michigan State 29-19.
Well, I think Michigan State's fortunate it's not more. The points off the turnovers are the statistical point of the game. But right now, Michigan State's offense has no flow. They're attacking too much on the left side. They're attacking too much baseline. They get the ball swung out. They're wasting valuable time. And Tom has got an array of sets. They're going to need to get one of those sets that creates some movement rather than random movement, because random movement is not playing well right now against this Ole Miss stellar defense.
Sean Padula is still on the Ole Miss bench. And why not with the way they're playing? Michigan State brings it over the timeline, all in white, going to our left. Trey Holloman between the circles, gives left wing to Fears, who do the Spartans turn to for some scoring. Right wing Richardson steps into a 3 and buries it. Big shot for Michigan State to cut it to 7.
Absolutely. Ole Miss jump zone, and they just give a layup to Jace Richardson in that right slot. I don't know why you would do that there. There was nobody covering the top. It's a 3-2, which morphs to a 2-3.
29-22 Rebels. Morrell dribbling in the left corner, now attacks baseline, sneaks up to the rack and lays it in.
Well, a huge part of Michigan State's defense was to not let Murray and Morrell go baseline, and Morrell is having a field day over in that left corner. And whether it's a 3, drive to the middle, or drive baseline like we just saw.
31-22 Rebels. We crossed the 3-minute mark first half. Cohen Carr out front gives left wing Holloman. Right wing pass to Fears, going to reset. Wanders to his left, gives low left to Carr, steps middle, kicks out Fears, pump fake, straightaway 3, slithers into the paint, out to Carr, right wing 3, got it! It's a 6-point Michigan State deficit.
Now, Cohen Carr had been 1 of 3 in his last 5 games from 3. That's a huge 3, but again, it's a right slot open 3 for Michigan State.
Ole Miss 31, Michigan State 25. Thea dribbling top of the key, stumbles down the paint, up to the rim, lost it, and then Brakefield skying in as a trailer, catches and lays it in one motion.
Great job by Brakefield. He was up on that left side. He read it perfectly. Nobody touched him. He gets a clean layup.
Ole Miss 33, Michigan State 25, 2:06 left first half. Jeremy Fears dribbling right front court. Guiding signals. Holloman comes to him and takes it on a handoff edge of the center circle. Right wing pass Carr. They leave him wide open. Dribbles to the elbow. Elevates with the shot short. Front rim. Offensive rebound Kohler. They work it outside. Left wing Holloman. Hard fake. Dribbles to the baseline. Out front pass to Fears. Pull up three. Misses badly. Rebound in the corner. Brakefield. We come up on 90 seconds left in the half. Ole Miss 33. Michigan State 25. Juju Murray going to slow down the pace. Dribbling left front court, curling, right wing, still maintains the dribble. Left wing give to Dia, out front pass, Brakefield. 7 to shoot. Brakefield gives left wing Morrell, catch and shoot 3, back rim no, offensive rebound, strong side Dia, then ripped away by Fears. Michigan State on the push. Fears colliding in the paint, right to the floor. And that's going to put Ole Miss over the limit, and Jeremy Fears coach to the line in a 1-and-1 situation when we come back. A timeout on the floor with 1:09 left before halftime, and Ole Miss in front of Michigan State, 33-25. You're listening to the men's basketball tournament on the Westwood One NCAA Radio Network.
Spring has sprung, and so have the deals at Cold Spring Savings Event. I just got a comfy tee for just $7.99, a cute swimsuit for $19.99, 40% off patio furniture from my backyard, and so much more. So don't wait. These deals are too good to miss. Hurry over to Kohl's to save big on warm weather essentials during their Spring Savings Event today. Select styles. Offers end March 30th. Some exclusions apply. See store or Kohls.com for details.
This season, it's not just madness on the hardwood, but outdoors in the yard too. No matter what the challenge, Ego Outdoor Power Equipment delivers incredible power and performance. From yard work essentials like mowers, blowers, chainsaws, and trimmers to innovations such as portable power stations and cordless pressure washers. You can use the same battery to power over 90 tools. That's why Ego has over 200,000 5-star reviews and counting. Check out the winning lineup at egopowerplus.com.
Confidence is knowing you're ready to handle whatever comes your way. That's what it feels like to take on your workday with Cintas. They make sure your AEDs are up to date, your fire extinguishers are tested and inspected, your floor mats are cleaned and delivered, and your workwear looks good, feels good, and is freshly laundered with the Cintas Apparel Plus program. So are you ready to take on today? Visit Cintas.com and get ready for the workday.
Spring forward with real unlimited data from Straight Talk this tax season and get a free Samsung Galaxy A16 5G or Moto G Power 5G 2024 with select plans. So you can stream games during Mad March hours, check the weather for April showers, and watch gardening videos about May flowers. Straight Talk, real unlimited data. Available at Walmart and straighttalk.com. Offer valid through 4/15/25. Taxes and fees apply. Requires purchase of single line Gold Unlimited plan or higher. For network management practices, visit straighttalk.com.
Here in Atlanta, let's pause 10 seconds for station identification. This is the Westwood One NCAA Radio Network, your home for the national championship.
Yo, it's Jacob Hester from Off Campus on College Sports Radio. For full breakdowns of this game and more, tune in weekdays from 3 to 6 p.m. Eastern on Channel 84 or anytime on the SiriusXM app.
Spiro Thetis and Tom Crean here at our Grainger broadcast position in Atlanta, Georgia. Keep your team moving forward with Grainger. With over 1 million industrial-grade products, Grainger can help your business get a leg up. Call, click, Grainger.com, or just stop by. 1:09 left in the opening half. Ole Miss 33 and Michigan State 25. Coach, what are you thinking?
Well, I think right now Chris Beard has been very fortunate. He hasn't had to play Sean Padula. They were checking him in. They decided to bring him back. He's done a great job of playing risk-reward with this. And frankly, again, Tom Izzo is fortunate his team is not down more. They've not been anywhere near where they need to be offensively, and they just can't get any penetration because Ole Miss is doing a great job inside the three-point line. But they figured out they're in the bonus now. You don't even need to really take a jump shot if you can finish this half by going to the foul line and 2 more possessions if you're Michigan State.
Jeremy Fears, the red shirt freshman, misses the front end of the 1-and-1, but the offensive rebound, Akins kicks to Richardson, and he bangs in a 3 right in the circle. And just like that, Ole Miss's lead down to 5.
Jace Richardson is a high-level player. I had a Big Ten coach tell me today that since the game where Michigan State came back from Oregon and Jace had 27, he was probably the best player in the Big Ten since that point on.
44 seconds left in the half. Ole Miss has it. Juju Murray dribbling left to the elbow. Pulls up, misses on a little baby hook. Rebound Cooper. Got an 8-second difference. Shots at game clock. 23 to shoot. 31 seconds left in the half. Jeremy Fears straight away. Ole Miss defending. They don't have any fouls to give. Here's Akins. Catch and shoot. Left wing. 3. Splash. And here come the Spartans within 2. 33-31. 15 seconds. And Chris Beard wants a timeout.
Well, they lost Jaden Akins. He came out of that left corner. Slid up. Got a beautiful 3. Planted that right foot. Beautiful shot.
Chris Beard is irate. 12-4 Michigan State run. Time out of the floor. 15.6 to play in the half. Ole Miss's lead down to 2. You're listening to the men's basketball tournament on the Westwood One NCAA Radio Network.
Ball above all. Am I right, y'all? Any questions?
Professor, NCAA Division I women's basketball is back. Are we ready?
You prepared to get loud? Rep your squad? Get your players hyped up to go all the way to the ship? Oh, you're ready. March Madness. Attendance is encouraged. Passion is mandatory. Buy your seats today at ncaa.com/WBB tickets.
You can hear every remaining moment of the NCAA men's and women's tournament on Alexa. Just ask your device to open Westwood One Sports, and you'll be able to listen to all the action wherever you are. That's open Westwood One Sports to listen on Alexa. 15.6 left in the half. Ole Miss's lead coach down to 33-31. They're going to inbound the basketball.
Well, momentum changed for Ole Miss when they came out of a timeout and they went to the zone and gave Jace Richardson target practice from that right slot. All of a sudden, the threes look a lot better for Michigan State.
Inbound to Sean Fadula. He has it, edge of the center circle. Shot clock off, 10 seconds left in the half. Fadula back in with his 2 personals, guarded by Holloman. Michigan State had a couple of fouls to give here. Fadula tried to elevate as if he were to shoot, but officials aren't going to fall for it, and so it will be a side out of bounds here for the Rebels with 5.9 seconds left in the half.
That's high risk right now. Now, Sean Fadula and Trey Holloman and Jeremy Fears were all engaged in a little discussion. Hopefully nobody gets a ridiculous foul by Fadula stepping into him and creating contact.
Brakefield inbounding near side, 28-foot hash mark. Throws into Dia straight away. Dia catches in a crowd. Michigan State still has a couple of fouls to give, so they reach in and foul Dia with 3.8 seconds left in the half.
Well, he's trimming this thing right down. I like it. I don't think he's going to foul here. I think they're going to play it out at this point. Not a great lip reader, but I can read hands, and he's saying, not now.
Well, you know, Coach, you can read his mind.
Oh, I've read his hands before. I've read his hands cross my back, cross my arm.
Inbound Padula, left wing, dribbles hard to the corner, elevates clean, look at a 3, missed it. Boy, a terrific look for Padula. Comes up short, and that's going to get us to halftime here in Atlanta. Michigan State ends the half on a 12-4 run. They cut an 8-point, make a 10-point deficit down to 2.
Well, again, Ole Miss changed defenses. They got away with it a lot. They were doing a great job of defending inside. Michigan State got open threes, all right, and that helped stem the tide. Michigan State got a little bit better inside. Ole Miss rushed it. We got a great game in the second half.
Our halftime score in Atlanta here in the Sweet 16, Ole Miss 33 and Michigan State 31. When we return, we'll head back to our Straight Talk Wireless studios for the halftime report. Need more data so you can stream your Jam Mix on loop? Switch to Straight Talk and get real unlimited data on a reliable 5G network. Straight Talk available at Walmart or straighttalk.com. You're listening to the men's basketball tournament on the Westwood One NCAA Radio Network.
One of life's greatest mysteries has finally been solved.
Who let the dogs out? Spruce, spruce, spruce.
It's Spruce, the new hard-working, worry-free weed and grass killer that's safe for use around people and pets. When used as directed, spray the leaves for visible result in just 1 hour and dead weeds in just 1 day. You spray, they play. Weeds die by the next day. Find Spruce wherever weed killers are sold.
Welcome to Staples.
I hear Staples prints it all for any business.
You bet, and we'll beat any print quote.
So if I had a pizza place...
Staples can print signs, menus, pizza boxes.
A landscaping business?
Oh, we can print yard signs, t-shirts, brochures.
How about a pizza/landscaping business? I'll call it Dough and Mo.
I like it.
Right now at Staples, get up to $250 off your print purchase. Ends 4/5 exclusions apply. Visit staples.com/print for offer details. Price match guarantee valid in store and staples.com/print. Visit staples.com/price match for detail.
Pro Savings Days are back at Lowe's with limited time savings on the supplies pros need. Get up to 40% off select major appliances. Plus, save an additional $100 on every $1,000 you spend on select major appliances. And don't miss your chance to activate and earn 3 times the points on select DeWalt and Klein tools. Lowe's, we help, you save. Valid through 3/28. Selection varies by location. While supplies last. See associate or Lowe's.com for more details on qualifying items.
Keep your engines healthy with stable, in-season protection. Enable your engine to run cleaner, smoother, and stronger than ever before. A simple way to keep your engine...
The tournament is here. March Madness is here. The craziness is here. Don't forget, hit that like button down below and share this link out so we can get more basketball fans here in the chat, hanging out with us, cheering on your favorite team.
Steals it and lays it in. Clayton a good look. Hit 6.
Check out our new website, www.torontosportsinsider.com, and check out the link that is in the description as well as in the chat that shows where all of the live viewers are watching from. Are you an insider yet? Have you hit that subscribe button? I bet you have now. Thank you for doing that. Thank you for checking out our Bracket Mania campaign. A lot more coming up soon.
What a great scene this is. Stunning. Absolutely stunning.
Hey, you. Yeah, you. This is Joe Bowen, the voice of the Toronto Maple Leafs. Thanks for chatting it up and enjoying this March Madness live hangout with us.
Sides of the basketball, not quite. They don't throw it to him on the block as much, but he's a very similar player. And so when we've been at our best, we've been disruptive where they're not swinging it, they're not moving. If we can just throw their catches off back a spot, or if we can disrupt the timing of it, then we'll give ourselves a chance.
You got such a great year and so many excellent players that have stepped up in your first year. Trey Donaldson is a guy that people that follow your program know, but people around the nation may just not know how good of a player he is and how much he's improved. What are some of your thoughts on Trey Donaldson going into this game against his former Auburn teammates?
Well, obviously an emotional game for Trey, but I'll begin with his shot making ability down the stretch, his clutch shooting. Probably 5 of our biggest wins this year, he's made the biggest shot in the game, and he wants the ball in his hands late, and he's spent a lot of time working on shooting off the dribble, shooting threes off the dribble, and adding to his game, and he's been able to use that to his advantage, where he'll come off ball screens, and if the big's not up, then he can get around him and get to the rim, and his finishing continues to improve. So he's just gotten a little bit better in all facets.
You've had such a great year of winning games, 5 points or less. If you could point to one thing outside of having really good players and some great play calls, what would you say is that identity that you have there?
Well, Coach, I spent a lot of time reflecting, because if I knew exactly what it was, I'd bottle it. But when I watch our guys, when I watch the film, there is a different level of athleticism, of intensity, when the stakes are at their highest. Their play elevates when it means the most, and you watch flat offensive rebound, you watch Danny flying around blocking shots. The last 4 or 5 minutes of games, we're so consumed with winning, we look like different players.
Dusty, last one, and we're here with Dusty May, head coach of Michigan, as they get set to take on Auburn. You're in the thick of this. Have you had a chance to really just sit and reflect on the year it's been, to consider what you inherited, and has this season exceeded maybe even your own expectations as you get set to take the floor?
Great question, Spiro. Probably, I don't think we've exceeded expectations, because we felt like we had a chance to be really good. And obviously a lot goes into it, and a lot of people have to perform at a high level for it to get to this point. But there's been absolutely no time to reflect. We'd like to be playing at this time next year, so we have to recruit right now. The staff has to spend part of their days recruiting, just like we do all year. And it's the same thing for myself. So if there's time to sit back and reflect, it's simply us trying to tell a story to a potential recruit to help us be back here next year.
Dusty, we appreciate the time, and good luck against Auburn.
Thank you, guys. Appreciate it.
Michigan and Auburn, game number 2 in Atlanta. Game number 1's at halftime. Ole Miss up on Michigan State 33-31. Coming up, we'll check in on that all-SEC matchup in Indy. Fast start for Tennessee against Kentucky. You're listening to the men's basketball tournament on the Westwood One NCAA Radio Network.
Oh no, stomach issues again?
Stomach issues?
Who are you?
Your pancreas. I could be the real reason for your diarrhea, gas, bloating, stomach pain, or loose oily stools.
I thought it was my stomach.
People often do, but any of these symptoms could mean having a condition called exocrine pancreatic insufficiency, or EPI. With EPI, the pancreas doesn't release enough enzymes to break down food, but EPI is manageable. Use the symptom checker on identifyepi.com and speak with your doctor. That's identifyepi.com. Sponsored by AbbVie.
And that is why many of the greatest feats of fandom require you to be on your feet. Any questions?
Professor, NCAA men's basketball is back. Are we ready?
You prepared to show up, show out, give it 110 from tip to the final buzzer? Oh, you're ready. March Madness. Attendance is encouraged. Passion is mandatory. Buy your seats today at ncaa.com/MVB tickets.
Ole Miss leads Michigan State by 2 at halftime, 33-31. Brad Heller back in our Westwood One studios. And time now to check the tournament scoreboard, sponsored by MaintainX. MaintainX is the asset and maintenance app that brings your unplanned downtime to zero. Try for free at maintainx.com/MVP. That's maintain and the letter x.com/MVP. They're underway in Indianapolis. You got that all-SEC matchup, the 2-seed Tennessee, the 3-seed Kentucky. The Wildcats won both games during the regular season, but Tennessee off to the fast start in the one that counts.
Meshack will inbound, gives it to Ziegler in the corner for 3, and Ziegler makes it 10-4 Tennessee.
Well, Ziegler's the inbounder, and Kentucky just got lost with who's guarding him. He enters the ball to the left side, steps into the left corner, and drills it.
Kevin Kugler, Robbie Hummel on the call there. Zakai Ziegler, 7 points to lead all scorers. Tennessee up 10 on Kentucky, 27-17. They're at the 8-minute timeout in the first half. You can hear it on the Westwood One Sports app. Game number 2 in Indy will be the top seed Houston and the 4-seed Purdue. Meanwhile, you heard from Dusty May earlier in this halftime. Michigan, the 5 seed in the South, will take on the number 1 overall seed Auburn. Game number 2 in Atlanta. Westwood One is also your home for the women's tournament from the Sweet 16 through the national championship game. Sweet 16 tipped off today. Right now in Spokane, LSU and NC State They are tied at 34. 2 minutes to go in the first half. That's the 3-seed Tigers and the 2-seed Wolfpack. Earlier, defending champ South Carolina, the 1-seed in Birmingham 2, rallied to beat Maryland 71-67. 5 straight Elite Eights for the Gamecocks. They'll take on the top seed Duke. The Blue Devils beat rival North Carolina 47-38. First ever meeting between those two in the tournament. Duke on to the Elite Eight for the first time since 2013. Halftime in Atlanta, Sweet 16 in the men's tournament. Ole Miss leads Michigan State 33-31. We'll rejoin Spiro Ditas and Tom Crean at State Farm Arena after this. From the Westwood One NCAA Radio Network, this is the men's basketball tournament.
Traveling in basketball? Bad move. Traveling the world? Great move. Wherever the road takes you, Best Western is your place to take a time out and catch your breath. Because every team needs a place to regroup. Life's a trip. Make the most of it at Best Western. Book direct and save at bestwestern.com.
People always ask me, Guy, why are you so confident? And I tell them because I shop for a used car with Carfax. Why Carfax? Because I was able to pause for the facts. What kind of facts? Used car facts. Facts. Like which car has been in a reported accident, which ride has the best value, facts. Which car will have me feeling so confident that I'll just turn up the radio facts. And roll down the windows facts. And belt out show tunes, knowing full well that I cannot sing. Facts. Carfax is the answer. Shop the all-new Carfax.com.
Mom, I need to lay low for a few days.
Lay low? What's going on?
I only paid for this Hyundai Tucson.
Christopher Allen Lynch.
Deal's so right, it almost feels wrong. Get the car or SUV you want at the Hyundai Getaway Sales Event. Right now, get 2.99% APR for 72 months on the Hyundai Santa Fe, Tucson, or Elantra. Visit your local Hyundai dealer today. Offers end March 31st. Call 562-314-4603 for details.
There's nothing more defeating than a bracket busted during the first few rounds. Clearly, you didn't have the right stats and data to make the right pick. Don't make the same mistake with hiring for your small business. Find top-tier talent in the right place with LinkedIn. LinkedIn has professionals you can't find anywhere else, including those who aren't actively looking for a new job, but might be open to the perfect role. Post your job for free at linkedin.com/SXM. That's linkedin.com/SXM. Terms and conditions apply.
With you in the Sweet 16 from Atlanta, halftime continues. Ole Miss in front of Michigan State, 33-31. Spiro Ditas, Tom Crean welcoming you back courtside. Coach, a 12-4 Michigan State run to close the first half. And boy, did they start to catch fire from the three-point line. They hit 4 of their last 5 from deep.
Well, they got open. I mean, they were actually open. And Ole Miss was doing a great job of defending the dribble, defending the paint, forcing them to think about the three, but then long closeout and drive it into the middle, and then all of a sudden there were threes, and that absolutely gave Michigan State confidence, especially after Jace Richardson hit that three in the right slot when Ole Miss came out of a timeout and went zone. But Michigan State has got to rebound the ball better. They've got to take care of the ball significantly better, because those are areas that Ole Miss was really, really good at in this half.
It was interesting. Sean Padula went to the bench at the 15-minute or the 11-minute mark of the first half. They were up 15-10. They actually outscored the Spartans with him on the bench until Michigan State made that late run.
Well, their offense changed a little bit. There weren't as many coming off screens, but they did a great job of driving it.
Second half coming up, Michigan State and Ole Miss here in Atlanta. You're listening to the men's basketball tournament on the Westwood One NCAA Radio Network.
Without maintenance teams behind the scenes, everything stops. Even the game. Lights, broadcast equipment, cooling, you ensure the assets that matter most work. MaintainX was built for professionals like you. A modern maintenance app that helps manage work orders, schedule maintenance, and track inventory. So keep the madness on the court, not in your operations. Try MaintainX free at maintainx.com/MVP. That's maintain in the letter X.com/MVP.
Spring forward with real unlimited data from Straight Talk this tax season and get a free Samsung Galaxy A16 5G or Moto G Power 5G 2024 with select plans. So you can stream games during Mad March hours, check the weather for April showers, and watch gardening videos about May flowers. Straight Talk, real unlimited data. Available at Walmart and straighttalk.com. Offer valid through 4/15/25. Taxes and fees apply. Requires purchase of single line gold unlimited plan or higher. For network management practices, visit straighttalk.com.
Oh no, stomach issues again?
Stomach issues?
Who are you?
Your pancreas. I could be the real reason for your diarrhea, gas, bloating, stomach pain, or loose oily stools.
I thought it was my stomach.
People often do, but any of these symptoms could mean having a condition called exocrine pancreatic insufficiency, or EPI. With EPI, the pancreas doesn't release enough enzymes to break down food, but EPI is manageable. Use the symptom checker on identifyepi.com and speak with your doctor. That's identifyepi.com. Sponsored by AbbVie.
When you hear that a small Blizzard treat is just 85 cents in the DQ app, you might just feel like you're dreaming. 85-cent Blizzard treats. Trust us when we say you're not. But get to DQ quickly, because this dream is only a reality for so long. Hurry and get your small Blizzard treat for just 85 cents with a $1 purchase when you sign up for DQ Rewards. For a limited time at participating locations. Terms apply.
Westwood One presents Great Moments in Tournament History.
April 2nd, 2022. After having played 257 times previously, Duke and North Carolina finally faced off for the first time in the NCAA tournament, and it was at the Final Four to boot. Adding even more intrigue to the game was that it could be the swan song for Blue Devils legendary coach Mike Krzyzewski, who announced he was retiring after the season. The contest did not disappoint and featured 18 lead changes and 12 ties. But Caleb Love's 28 points, including a clutch three-pointer in the final minute, KO'd Duke and led UNC to an 81-77 victory.
Keels a loader up the floor with 6 seconds. He'll launch a three at the top of the key. It's no good. Rebound secured by R.J. Davis. And the Heels kick their rivals to the curb on their way to their 12th national title game. And in the process, end the career of the Hall of Fame coach Mike Krzyzewski.
With another great moment in tournament history, I'm Ryan Radke.
And we welcome you back to downtown Atlanta. Spiro Thetis, Tom Crean, rest of our Westwood One crew settling into our seats as we get ready for the final 20 minutes with Ole Miss in front of Michigan State 33-31. Let's check the halftime stats, sponsored by Barbasol. Feeling great starts with a great shave, and great shaves start with Barbasol shaving cream. For whatever your day brings, choose Barbasol. It's a can of can-do. Neither team coach shot it great, but the Spartans caught fire from the three-point line. They finished hitting 4 of their final 5 and shot 5 of 12 from the three-point line in that first half. What sticks out in terms of the numbers?
Well, I think there were open threes, and Michigan State was not looking for a lot of threes, but they weren't really getting much of anything. And Jackson Kohler really didn't have a good first half at all. When you start Jackson Kohler and Colin Carr, you fully expect to have more than 2 rebounds inside of the minutes that they played. I think both of them are going to be big in this half. But Sean Padula made 2 of the 4 threes for Ole Miss, and what did he play? 6 minutes? So their offense got a little bit different, a little bit more drive and kick. Spacing was excellent. Michigan State is going to have to be really, really good right now moving their offense around. And Ole Miss is going to have to do a great job of getting good shots, miss or make, so they can get back and keep this break at bay for Michigan State.
And those were our second half keys, sponsored by Wago. Trust your game, trust your wiring with Wago Electrical Connectors. Gear up at wago.com/hoops for your next electrical project. So here we go. Ole Miss with a 33-31 lead over Michigan State. One thing to point in mind, when Ole Miss has led at halftime this season, Coach, they're 16-1. And in the 2 years since Chris Beard took over the program, they're 32-4 in games in which they've led at halftime.
Well, they're really impressive with that. And I called the game in Milwaukee with Noah Eagle for Westwood when they played North Carolina. They were up. They came out in the second half. They quit working for shots. They just started taking shots. And that really hurt their offense. And all of a sudden, Carolina caught fire. I think they probably learned a valuable lesson from that. They came back, played better against Iowa State. But Ole Miss has been really good in the second half. But a big correlation with those wins is they rebound better in the second half.
So both teams hovered around their head coaches' respective benches. Ole Miss in their red tops, red shorts. To our left, Michigan State breaks their halftime huddle. in their white tops and white shorts. Time now for the start of the second half. It's sponsored by Indeed.com. Stop struggling to get your job post seen on other job sites. Indeed sponsored jobs feature helps you stand out and hire fast. Start at Indeed.com/credit. Michigan State will inbound the basketball. They'll bring it from left to right. Cohen Carr, again, who tonight made his first career start, will be the inbounder. Joining Fears, Richardson, Kohler, and Akins. At Ole Miss with their usual starters, Dia, Juju Murray, Morrell, Diaz, and Sean Padula, coach, who, again, as you mentioned, just 9 minutes in the first half with his 2 personals.
Absolutely, and I'd put Sean Padula in screening action immediately and try to get his 3rd foul inside of these possessions. Not at the expense of your offense, but try to get that 3rd foul, force him to the bench because it's a different team. I think Michigan State will run their actions higher this second half.
Inbound to Fears, dribbles in the front court. Michigan State ending that first half on a 12-4 run. Fears gets it back from Carr, dribbles to the left wing, picks it up, gives into the left corner to Carr. Carr backs down, spins up to the basket, misses the floater, fights for it, gets it back and dumps it back in. Full extension with both hands, point blank, and we are tied.
He is so athletic. Tough shot, and he was so quick to get his second shot, went right up over top of the rim.
It's a 14-4 run now going back to the first half. Dia on the catch and flush. Beautiful roll pass from Padula coming down the paint.
Chris Beard has got some lob plays. We saw one of them right there.
35-33 Ole Miss opening minute second half. Carr out front. Gives right wing Richardson guarded by Morrell. Trying to fend him off. Dribbles to the free throw line diagonally across the paint to the left. Flicks it up. Misses off glass, but he's bumped. The young man just has a sense, knowing when the contact is coming, and he's going to shoot 2.
He absolutely does, Spiro. He has gotten so much better. He's always gone left, but what he's done inside of this second half of the Big Ten season is he's utilizing that shoulder bump, especially with his right side. He's stronger. He's physically more adept right now at being able to attack bigs and create that contact, not just looking to shoot over top of them.
First free from Richardson is up and good, and it's 35-34 Ole Miss. 14th straight start for Richardson, the freshman. Quick substitution for Chris Beard. Jamin Brakefield is in, and Dre Davis sits.
Now that's big, because Dre Davis might be their best player when you look at two-way impact. He affects the defense, he impacts the game without scoring, and when he's on offensively, they're a better team.
Richardson hits the second, ties the game at 35 with a $1:10 gone by second half. Morrell holds left wing, dribbles to his right, curling to the elbow, passes right wing Brakefield, hard fake from deep. Left wing pass, Padula. Padula dribbles to his right, behind the back to the left, gives left corner Brakefield another fake from 3. Brakefield with 6 to shoot, backs down Carr, enters the paint, shoots a fade from the left elbow, and buries it.
Tough shot. He kept the dribble. I thought he had nothing, but he made something out of nothing. He drives it hard into the paint, turns, plants the right foot, scores with the left hand.
2-point Ole Miss lead, 7 for Brakefield. Kohler on the catch, low left, backing down against Dia. Left wing into the front court, gives to Akins. Akins gives left wing towards the corner to Fears, bounces low left to Kohler, and on the spin, he's fouled on the box. The officials are going to get Malik Dia on the bump.
And it was a good call. He had his hands right him. It's a lazy foul. You can't afford to do that if you're Malik Dia. You've got Brakefield and Dia in right now. You put your hands on the spin. You got to play smarter and better than that if you're Malik Dia.
Underneath out of bounds, low left. Fears throws into Kohler in the corner. With 17 to shoot, Kohler backs down Morrell. Passes straight away Fears. Picks up the dribble, turns hands to Akins, who circles to the corner, hands there to Richardson. Richardson curling up to the rim, lays it up and in a crowd, and we're tied again.
Great downhill drive. Jace Richardson caught the ball coming out of the corner, dropped that left foot, left shoulder, and scored with his right hand in the paint off the board.
2.5 gone by, second half, tied at 37 here in Atlanta. Murray gives right wing Brakefield, hard fake from deep. Now backs down against his man Carr, doubled out to Dia for a deep right wing 3, front rim, back rim, and in.
It's not pretty, Spiro, but it goes in. Not many guys shoot a set shot, especially at 6'9", but Malik Diaz got that touch.
11 for Dia. Rebels 40, Spartans 37. Just under 3 minutes gone by. Fears out front, gives to Akins on a bounce. Right corner, catch and shoot three. Rattles off. Weak side rebound, Dia and the Rebels. Outlets near side, Padula. Wearing that white headband, dribbles left of the circle. Padula curls with the dribble down the paint. Little body bumping underneath. The officials are going to get Jeremy Fears on the block. And now it looks like Tom Izzo's going to challenge.
I don't blame him. I thought Padula dropped the shoulder.
And at least asking the officials to go to the replay monitor. And the officials will indeed go to the monitor to take a look.
I think it's absolutely the right thing. Padula came in. He totally created contact on that drive. Now, they may say the defender was still moving, and he didn't, but he got him square in the chest.
Tom Izzo probably wishes he had the challenge, but the officials will indeed go to the replay monitor to look.
Previous play at the other end of the floor is under review.
Probably not enough spirit to change this call, even though Padula did drop the shoulder. He did go into the body. There is movement. It'll be interesting to see if they do this. I thought it was a charge when he did it, but when you look at it in replay, I'm not sure there's enough to overturn it.
Robinhood Gold gets you a 3% boost on annual IRA contributions. The new gold standard is here. Sign up at Robinhood.com/gold. Excellent veteran crew here in Atlanta. Kip Kissinger, John Gaffney, DJ Karstensen. As they are peering over the score table, are Kip Kissinger and John Gaffney looking at the replays.
Now, if they're looking at the replay that we've had the good fortune of seeing on this monitor, Malik Dia did grab Jace Richardson coming across the lane. And you are allowed to go back and check it. So right now, we don't know exactly what they're checking. I thought it looked like a charge, but they may be going back and looking at that action where Dia did reach out and grab him, because that will be hard to get a flagrant on him, on Dia right there, but he's definitely got the hand in there.
Call on the floor is a block against Jeremy Fears with 16:52 to play, early stages of the second half in Atlanta, with Ole Miss in front of the Spartans 40-37.
Yep, that's the beauty of basketball. Two calls right there. One happened.
Right, after review, at the 17:08 mark, there was no foul that was flagrant.
All right, so that is indeed what they were looking at to see if they would upgrade that to a flagrant. Nothing extra, the officials have deemed. And so it is simply a block against Jeremy Fears.
Yeah, when you watch the way Diaz playing, it does not look like he's doing anything intentionally. He puts his hand up. He does get him in a tough spot. Gets him in the stomach area, lower stomach area, no doubt. I'd be a little more concerned on the drive by Padula.
So non-shooting foul, and that means it's going to be an underneath out of bounds for the Rebels. Sean Padula will be the inbounder, low right baseline, with 20 seconds to shoot for Ole Miss. They've got a 40-37 lead. The inbound to Dia on the wing, right wing pass. Morrell elevates, catch and shoot, misses front rim, and the rebound ricochets out of bounds in the near corner. It goes to Michigan State.
Nice action on that out of bounds play. They'll go back to that, and they'll look for a handoff to the inbounder. Good double stagger. Sean Padula was open on the side, but they had a set double. Morrell just missed a jump shot.
Trey Holloman into the game for Tom Izzo, brings it over the timeline, dribbles between the circles. Wanders right side, hands to Richardson in the front court. 15 to shoot. Left wing Carr, back to Richardson, right wing, dribbles diagonally to the left, kicks to Carr for a left corner, open three, short. Weak side offensive rebound, Cooper out to Richardson, bobbles, had to save, and then it's stolen in center court. Padula all by himself extends and drops it down with two.
Well, Jace Richardson tried to save it, but that was not a bad pass. Padula is just that quick to get that steal.
42-37, Ole Miss's lead at 5. Just under 4 minutes gone by second half. Holloman straight away attacks down the left of the paint, lays it up and in with a right hand, left side to cut it to 3.
And Carson Cooper made that play, Spiro. He rolled, he sealed, he created a sealed driving angle for Holloman to get to the rim. Great offensive play by Carson Cooper.
Rebels 42, Spartans 39. Just over 4:20 gone by in the half. Dia left wing, crosses over, lost it, but the loose ball picked up in the front court by Padula. 9 to shoot. Padula left wing, skips it right corner. Morrell curling with the dribble into the paint, elevates with the shot, misses back rim, rebound Akins. Akins on the push, far side, going to our right. Sealed off on the wing and resets to Cooper out front. Straight away, Holloman. Holloman against Juju Murray. They work at right wing, Richardson. Richardson curls, stops, fires right wing, back rim. Rebound, Ole Miss with Morrell. Ole Miss 42, Michigan State 39. 15:04 to play second half. Padula left wing gets a screen from Thea, back screening Richardson, and now they get Richardson, coach, trying to fight through the pick.
Well, Jace Richardson, he doesn't like the call, but Sean Padula did a great job of a freshman playing too close to him. Jace was in his body. Padula creates the contact, drives that left elbow up. That's a foul that is going to go on the defense 95% of the time.
There's a timeout of the court, sponsored by Progressive Insurance. You can save big when you bundle your auto, home, motorcycle, RV, or boat. Visit Progressive.com. 14:57 to play, second half in Atlanta, with Ole Miss in front of Michigan State, 42-39. From the Westwood One NCAA Radio Network, this is the men's basketball tournament.
It's time to shake off the winter blues and get your home looking its best. Whether it's new windows, fresh siding, or a stunning entry door, Window World has everything you need to boost curb appeal. And with Window World's professional installation, you can refresh your home stress-free. Spring into savings and schedule your free consultation today. Call 1-800-WINDOW-WORLD or visit windowworld.com to get started.
The family that vacations together stays together. At least, that was the plan. Except now, the Dastardly desk clerk is saying he can't confirm your connecting rooms.
Wait, what?
That's right, ma'am. You have rooms 201 and 709.
No, we cannot be 5 floors away from our kids.
The doors have double locks. They'll be fine.
When you want connecting rooms confirmed before you arrive, it matters where you stay.
Welcome to Hilton. I see your connecting rooms are already confirmed.
Hilton, for the stay.
Traveling in basketball? Bad move. Traveling the world? Great move. Wherever the road takes you, Best Western is your place to take a time out and catch your breath. Because every team needs a place to regroup. Life's a trip. Make the most of it at Best Western. Book direct and save at bestwestern.com.
The beauty of a tournament cheat sheet is that someone else spent thousands of hours watching film and analyzing stats, so you didn't have to. When it comes to hiring for your small business, LinkedIn does the same thing with candidates. LinkedIn delivers the strongest hiring data and insights to help you identify the right candidates to make the best hiring decisions. Hire professionals like a professional on LinkedIn. Post your job for free at linkedin.com/SXM. That's linkedin.com/SXM. Terms and conditions apply.
Download the official NCAA March Madness Live app, and you can listen to every Westwood One broadcast of the men's and women's basketball tournament for free. Just look for the headphones icon on any live game, and if you're in the car, it seamlessly integrates with Apple CarPlay or Android Auto. Get the official NCAA March Madness Live app today. 14:57 to play, early second half in Atlanta, with Ole Miss in front of Michigan State, 42-39.
Well, Sean Padula has made his impact felt. He got the steal. The offense looks crisp. Dia is in a good movement state right now. Their switching is good versus Michigan State. Every possession right now comes out. When you get a dead ball, you have got to find a way to get something in that paint to get either a bucket or a kick out for a three.
Inbound, Padula dribbling left wing, curls down the paint, up to the rim, lays it up and in. Got Holloman on his hip. 5-point Rebels lead.
Great action by Chris Beard coming out of that timeout. Got 2 screens. Sean Padula got downhill. Beautiful play.
44-39, 14:32 to play, second half in Atlanta. Ole Miss trying to get to the Elite Eight for the first time in school history. Beard straight away, top of the key. Left wing pass, Richardson. Gives right corner to Fiddler, who's back in. Fiddler elevates deep 2 from the corner, misses back rim. Rebound, Brakefield. Rebels on the push. Here comes Padula, far side into the paint, kicks near corner. That's a 3 from Barnes. He buries it. 8-point Rebels lead.
Well, just a great drive by Padula. He found Barnes in that left corner open.
Then Fears attacks into the paint from the corner, elevated and then knocked out of his hands. Never got the shot off cleanly. Ole Miss the other way. They're up 46-39. Barnes driving. Hands off to Dia, right corner. 15 to shoot. Dia backs down Cooper. Mid-post right. Spins, hangs, shoots. A little too much. Rebound Holloman.
Michigan State's got to start playing down the middle more rather than on this left side. Not much is happening that's good over there unless Jace Richardson is getting a drive downhill.
Carson Cooper is fouled on a dribble handoff top of the key. It's on Jamin Brakefield, and that's going to be his second personal.
Well, again, every half is about who gets in that bonus first. Every little foul like that adds up as you go inside of this game. Michigan State with the side outs. We'll look right now for Jaden Akins to inbound it on a zipper cut. They'll pin down Cooper for Holloman. We should see Akins cut through. They'll try to get some misdirection pick and roll here.
Akins, the inbounder, far side, 28-foot hash mark. 13:23 to play, second half. Michigan State down 46-39. Holloman holding right wing, guarded by Clafty, who's just checked back in for the Rebels. Straightaway Fiddler, left wing pass. Fears into the paint. Gives straightaway Fiddler. Left wing bounce Akins, 2 to shoot. Akins spins, fires, off balance 3, missed it short. Rebound Ole Miss. Outlets in a crowd to Brakefield on the attack to the rack. And the officials, what's the call here?
Called it off the leg. Called it off Brakefield's leg on the slap down.
What a play by Fiddler to jar it loose. Brakefield had what appeared to be a transition layup opportunity.
Absolutely. Great slap down by Fiddler, as you said. He slapped it down hard, and it goes on the outside to off the right knee of Brakefield.
So just past the 13-minute mark, second half. Ole Miss 46, Michigan State 39. Holloman holding left of the circle, curls with the dribble diagonally to the right box, flicks it up, misses in a crowd. It's loose in the paint. Clafty, heady play to bounce it over to Diaz. And Ole Miss controls with Juju Murray. Ole Miss in all red going to our left. Murray dribbling edge of the center circle. Now wanders right. Hands to Clafty. Pass straight away. Brakefield. 11 to shoot. Right wing Barnes. Back to Brakefield straight away. Hard fake from 3. Barrels to the rim. Layup no, but he's bumped and fouled. It's on Cooper. That hard first step by Brakefield, coach. To earn free throws.
Oh, there's no doubt about it. And Carson Cooper bit on the shot fake, hook, line, and sinker. What are you leaving your feet for on a guy at the top of the key if you're Carson Cooper? That's Brakefield's game. It's absolutely his game. He's got a very unorthodox shot fake, drives it hard going to the foul line.
Spruce is a new weed and grass killer with 9 simple yet effective ingredients that are safe for use around people, pets, and bees when used as directed. Spruce works differently by dehydrating the weed down to the roots. First free throw by Brakefield is good, and it's an 8-point lead for Ole Miss.
I'm pretty sure Tom Izzo repeated what I said to Cooper when he ran off about leaving his feet, but I think he might have used a couple different words that aren't suitable for the radio.
That colorful Tom Izzo language that we know and love.
And I don't blame him.
So Jamin Brakefield, the senior from Jackson, Mississippi, hits on both. And Ole Miss has kind of weathered the storm. The Spartans made that late first half push, but the Rebels lead now back to 9.
Yeah, you got to get more movement. I keep saying it, but you got to get off the sides if you're Michigan State to start the offense. You got to get the ball in the middle of the floor, get some long closeouts going from this switching defense of Ole Miss.
48-39 Rebels. We come up on 12 minutes left in the second half. Richardson, right wing, attacks into the paint, knocked out of his hands, loose ball Carr, and then elevates and drops in a floater in a crowd point blank.
Great play by Cohen Carr. Jace Richardson lost the ball on the tip. He was in the right place, right shot. Bad shot by Padula Spiro. You're fading away on the break.
Misses a left wing 3. Spartans looking to push Akins into the paint. Out on the bounce to Richardson on the attack into the paint. Missed it, but free throws coming up. So one bad decision by Padula ignites the break, and the Spartans are going to get free throws when we come back. Timeout on the court with 11:40 remaining in the second half, and Ole Miss in front of Michigan State, 48-41. You're listening to the men's basketball tournament on the Westwood One NCAA Radio Network.
Robinhood Gold members can now enjoy the VIP treatment, receiving a 3% IRA match on annual retirement contributions. With Robinhood Gold, the perks of the high net worth are now available for any net worth. The new gold standard is here with Robinhood Gold. To receive a 3% boost on annual IRA contributions, sign up at Robinhood.com/gold. Investing involves risk. 3% match requires Robinhood Gold $5 a month for 1 year from first match. Must keep funds in IRA for 5 years. Go to Robinhood.com/boost. Robinhood Financial LLC member SIPC. Gold membership is offered by Robinhood Gold LLC.
Hey, fellow Gen Xers, it's Elizabeth Banks. Big news! The recommended age for pneumococcal pneumonia vaccination has been lowered to 50 and older, even if you're healthy. It's up to us to lead the charge. After all, we gave the world the internet. We're trailblazers. Let's lead the way again because we are at over 6 times greater risk for pneumococcal pneumonia. Gen X, this is our shot. Head to VaxAssist.com and schedule today. That's VaxAssist.com. Sponsored by Pfizer.
Progressive knows there are 2 things RV owners love: to travel and relax. And they like to take both nice and slow. Just like this commercial. And what's more relaxing than the peace of mind knowing their RV is protected by Progressive? Now here comes the fast part. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and affiliate.
It's time for basketball, and right now, Uber Eats has deals on Burger King, Buffalo Wild Wings, KFC, and hundreds more local favorites. So you can keep your eyes on the ball and your hands on a burger. Get game day deals now, only on Uber Eats. Product availability varies by region. See app for details.
Whether you're shaping up a small yard or tackling serious acreage, Steel walk-behind, zero-turn, and stand-on mowers are built to get the job done. Shop online or at your local Steel dealer. Steel, let's go mow. Available at participating dealers.
Let's check the tournament summary, sponsored by Marriott Bonvoy. Take your game rituals on the road with Marriott Bonvoy. Over 30 hotel brands for every kind of fan. Explore more at MarriottBonvoy.com/NCAA. As you may know, but it's worth repeating, today marks Tom Izzo's 16th Sweet 16 appearance as head coach of Michigan State. This year also represents Michigan State and Izzo's 27th consecutive trip to the Big Dance. The streak is the 3rd longest in NCAA history. Coach, I know you appreciate that as much as anyone else.
Absolutely, and it'd be 28 if we hadn't had the COVID year. And I just feel like a lesser person because I was a part of the 2 teams when he first took over that didn't make the tournament, the NIT.
We still love you, Coach.
But I did get to go in Final Four with him before I took over Marquette. He has done an incredible job, one of the all-time greatest jobs in college basketball in the history of the sport.
Jace Richardson is going to step to the free throw line for 2 with 11:40 left to play in the second half. Which of these 2 teams is going to be punching its ticket to Sunday and the Elite Eight? Right now it's Ole Miss up 48-41. That last Michigan State field goal before the stoppage was their first points, Coach, in more than 4 minutes. As Richardson knocks down the first.
Well, and Tom is so good at all of this. When the shots are not falling, he keeps the game moving. And now when you can get the ball reversed, like Jace Richardson caught it on the left side, drives, gets fouled, that keeps you in it till you get an offensive series that works for you.
Richardson too strong in the second. The rebound by Brakefield, and the Rebels on the push. Dressed in all red, going to our left. Their lead is 6 with 11.5 to play. Padula dribbles down the left of the paint, dribbles it off of his foot, and out of bounds underneath. It's a turnover.
Yeah, and that was too narrow of a play. When you're going to run a double staggered action on the pick and roll, you don't want to run it that tight. He wanted to refuse it. He lost the dribble. Very, very careless turnover by Sean Padula.
Padula, the Virginia Tech transfer, gives it back to the Spartans as Spears dribbles in the right front court. Guarded by Juju Murray, picks it up towards the corner, gives edge of the center circle to Akins. Akins wanders left, hands to Richardson in the front court. Richardson dribbles to the top of the circle with 10 to shoot. Right wing pass, Akins gets a screen, dribbles left, curls diagonally to the left. Box up in a crowd and lays it up and in with a left. 4-point game.
Great offensive actions. The switching, they took advantage of it. Brakefield was late on that switch, got the shoulder drop, goes to the rim.
We're past the 11-minute mark, second half. Ole Miss 48, Michigan State 44. Murray, top of the circle, accelerates into the paint, pump fake, doubled out to Morrell, fakes the 3, dribbles to the baseline, stops, misses from 15. Offensive rebound, Dia up, blocked underneath by Kohler. Michigan State pushing the other way with Fears into the corner, Richardson. Back out, reset, handoff to Fears, right wing. Fears on the attack, underneath, kicks it left corner. Richardson a three, splash! Spartans within a point.
You cannot lose sight on that baseline drive. That's something that Ole Miss is so good at, is taking away that baseline drive drift pass, but not that time.
8 straight for the Spartans. 48-47, Ole Miss, midway point, 10 minutes left, second half. Morrell, left wing break field, gives to Padula in the corner. Padula out to the left wing, 7 to shoot. Right wing Murray elevates, deep shot 3, misses back rim. And the officials are going to get Malik Dia over the back. And the Spartans are going to get it with a chance to take the lead.
Well, they're getting the Ole Miss defense is let down a little bit. Michigan State did a great job of getting switch after switch after switch until Brakefield was late on that last one. If you're Tom Izzo, stick with that offense. Either get some pin downs to get the game going or get some driving kick to get the game going reverse-wise, but do not live on the side.
8 straight for the Spartans. Here we go. They have never led tonight. Holloman hands off left front court to Richardson, who directs traffic. Wanders towards the sideline, working in front of his own bench. Richardson bounces low left to Kohler. His skip in the near corner, intercepted by Morrell.
Again, I told you they're so good on those passes to the opposite side. Whether it's a drift or a skip out of the post, it was an easy steal for Ole Miss.
9:22 to play. Ole Miss 48, Michigan State 47. David Barnes holding edge of the center circle. Right wing Morrell, catch and shoot 3. Rims in and out. Rebound fought for. Offensive, it's taken underneath Diaz. Low right, couple of fakes, backs away and banks it down over Kohler.
Dre Davis with a huge two-hand rebound, took his time, took the right shot off the glass over his left shoulder on the right side.
First Ole Miss points in more than 3 minutes. They're up 3, 50-47. Richardson right wing, backdoor bounce, low left to a cutting Holloman, poked away on his way up to lay it in. Rebels on the push the other way with Barnes. Barnes gives right wing Dia, fakes from 3, now fires from 3. Too much. Weak side rebound Richardson.
That's when he goes to that set shot off the dribble, he has a tendency to fade. That's exactly what happened to Dia on that miss.
Ole Miss 50, Michigan State 47 with 8:20 to play second half. Aiken straight away, wanders down the left of the paint, skips up and scoops it in. Unbelievable, kind of reached down around the defender. He's got 9, they're within a point.
And again, they're getting to their strong hands. Jaden Akins is a left-hander. That's too easy from Ole Miss on the switching.
50-49, 8 to play. Diaz catches left baseline, squares up, misses a little 14-footer, well short. Spartans the other way. Holloman wanders towards the wing, and we get a whistle underneath. Kohler was trying to come around a pick, was bumped underneath. It'll be Michigan State ball with a chance to take the lead. When we come back, it's the 6th on Ole Miss. A timeout on the floor with 7:52 to play in the second half, and Ole Miss clinging to a 50-49 lead. You're listening to the men's basketball tournament on the Westwood One NCAA Radio Network.
Get in the zone, AutoZone.
Welcome to Spring Savings at AutoZone.
Glad to be here. I need to spring save on an oil change.
Right now, you can get an STP Extended Life Oil Filter with 5 quarts of Mobil 1 Advanced for just $35.99.
What if I need to spring save on a high mileage motor oil?
Our spring savings include Mobil 1 Advanced High Mileage.
And the oil filter?
And the oil filter. All for just $35.99. It's part of Spring Savings at AutoZone.
Get in the zone, AutoZone.
Restrictions apply.
This is the story of the one. As a quality technician in a food processing center, she knows that making the right call is the best way to avoid a recall. That's why she trusts Grainger's world-class supply chain to deliver the high-quality supplies she needs to help keep her production line, her equipment, and her customers happy and healthy. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Your business needed to hire someone yesterday. How can you find amazing candidates fast? Easy. Just use Indeed. With Indeed Sponsored Jobs, your post jumps to the top of the page for relevant candidates, so you can reach the people you want faster.
Cheers, insiders!
Thanks so much for hanging out with us today during our SickKids Hospital and Toronto Sports Insider Bracket Mania campaign for the madness. Joe, please tell everybody in the chat more about our SickKids Hospital campaign.
Hey, Insiders! First and foremost, Mike and Allison want to thank you for being part of this amazing community. With March Madness in full swing, we need your help. This is Joe Bowen, the voice of the Toronto Maple Leafs. The TSI Bracket Mania campaign is raising money for SickKids Hospital in Toronto. Through the Final Four, a portion of the proceeds from every single game goes directly to SickKids. Click the pinned link in the chat or to the description to donate. Every bit helps. Can't donate? No problem. Just share the campaign with your friends or on social media to help make a huge impact. Click the link and holy Mackinac, let's help heal the future today.
Back with you from Atlanta, 7:52 to play, second half. Ole Miss beat Michigan State 49. It'll be Spartans basketball, Coach. That last whistle against the Rebels, their sixth team foul. Next one puts them over the limit.
Absolutely huge. You got your game plan right now if you're Tom Izzo. It's not about jump shots that are forced. It's about continuing to drive. Michigan State's got the lowest amount of fouls in a 5-game segment that they've had all year at 16.5. They make more free throws than their opponents attempt. And right now they're well on the way to that. And this is huge with 7:52 left to go that they're one away from the bonus and only committed 3 team fouls against Ole Miss.
Spartans, if you've just joined us, have never led tonight. They'll inbound underneath right baseline with Fears. 23 seconds on the shot clock. The throw into Cooper. Then Padula coming around the back, trying to go for the steal. Is called for the reach-in. And a 1-and-1 for Michigan State with 7:50 left.
You don't need to do that if you're Sean Padula. The ball was over his head, right? It's not like he's a weakling standing there with the ball. And if he puts the ball down, that's when you go for it. But that's a foul they didn't need. 2 seconds come off the clock. Now Michigan State's in the bonus the rest of the game.
Carson Cooper, a 74% free throw shooter at the line for 1-and-1. It's up and good, and we're tied at 50. Witness history in the making. The U.S. women's national team faces off against Brazil in the first ever professional women's sporting event at SoFi Stadium in Los Angeles on Saturday, April the 5th. Secure your seats. Visit ussoccer.com/tickets. Carson Cooper, the junior out of Jackson, Mississippi, up and good, and the Spartans have their first lead tonight. 51-50, 7:50 left, and the Spartans contingent up out of their seats here in Atlanta. 12-2, Michigan State run. How do the Rebels respond right here? Padula straight away, dribble handoff to Barnes. He dribbles to the right, hands to Juju Murray. Murray around his screen, dribbles to his left, straight away. Now accelerates into the paint, poked away, backdoor pass for the cutting Barnes behind him, out of bounds, underneath in the corner.
We'll get pressure now from Ole Miss. That was not a bad offensive possession because they got movement. They got Michigan State lifted. Now they're in their full court pressure.
Jeremy Fears over midcourt, stops on a dime in the front court, gets him reset. Gets a Cooper screen, dribbles right, gives left wing pass to Holloman. Holloman against Diaz. Passes to Fiddler straight away. Fiddler dribbles right. Shadowed by Murray. Turns the corner, extends up to the rim, lays it up and in. 3-point Spartans lead.
Frankie Fiddler thought he was back in the Summit. And Omaha with that drive, he puts his head down, attacked hard off the glass on the right side.
Just past the 7-minute mark left second half. Spartans 53, Rebels 50. Here's Brakefield off the left corner, back to the rim. Dribbles out to Padula, hands. Padula fires and buries it. A deep left wing three, and we're tied at 53. And a timeout taken by Chris Beard.
Padula, man, he is just so fearless. He may make a bonehead play going for a steal that's not there, and then he comes off out of nowhere and buries a three with a hand in his face.
Timeout of the floor with 6:39 left in the second half, and this game tied at 53. You're listening to the men's basketball tournament on the Westwood One NCAA Radio Network.
Confidence is knowing you're ready to handle whatever comes your way. That's what it feels like to take on your workday with Cintas. They make sure your AEDs are up to date, your fire extinguishers are tested and inspected, your floor mats are cleaned and delivered, and your workwear looks good, feels good, and is freshly laundered with the Cintas Apparel Plus program. So are you ready to take on today? Visit Cintas.com and get ready for the workday.
Millions of Americans take medicine like Ozempic and Zepbound. Many of them are overpaying by thousands of dollars a year. These GLP-1 medications for diabetes, weight loss, and more may not always be covered by your insurance, but GoodRx can help. GoodRx helps you save every month on prescriptions at over 70,000 pharmacies nationwide. Best of all, it's free to use. Check GoodRx to save on GLP-1s. Just go to GoodRx.com/GLP. That's GoodRx.com/GLP. GoodRx is not insurance, but can be used instead of insurance, including Medicare and other federal and state-funded programs.
Ball above all. Am I right, y'all? Any questions?
Professor, NCAA Division I women's basketball is back. Are we ready?
You prepared to get loud? Rep your squad? Get your players hyped up to go all the way to the ship? Oh, you're ready. March Madness. Attendance is encouraged. Passion is mandatory. Buy your seats today at ncaa.com/WBB tickets.
Check engine or ABS light on? Take the guesswork out of your warning lights with O'Reilly Veriscan. It's free. Ask for O'Reilly Veriscan.
O'Reilly Auto Parts.
So, your small business is outgrowing your garage. You could go online, find a space, and get catfished. Or you could work with an agent who's a realtor, here to guide and help protect you from the surprises you didn't see coming. Realtors are members of the National Association of Realtors. Right by you.
Let's pause 10 seconds for station identification. This is the Westwood One NCAA Radio Network, your home for the national championship.
Hi, everybody. Christopher Russo, Mad Dog Sports Radio, live all day during the NCAA tournament. That's until 2 a.m. Eastern. React to all the action at AAA Mad Dog 6 on Channel 82.
Spiro Diaz and Tom Crean here at our Granger broadcast position in Atlanta. Winning teams know the value of a good sixth man. Count on Granger to give your business a boost off the bench. Call or click Granger.com for over 1 million industrial-grade supplies. 6:39 remaining in the second half. We're tied at 53, Coach.
Well, Michigan State has found some things right now, and it's going to be so important. Ole Miss changed defenses to get into that press, change the tempo a little bit. Right now, Michigan State, everything should be about no wasted shots. Get it to the rim, get in the paint, try to get fouled if you don't have a bucket.
Michigan State with possession, all in white, going to our right. Holloman in the front court. Hands off to Fears, right wing pass Cooper. Wanders towards the corner. Back out to the wing with his back to the basket. Hands off to Holloman, circles down the paint, up to the rim, lays it up and in. Michigan State retakes a 2-point lead.
Great after timeout action to get Holloman coming all the way from the left side to go right.
Here comes Padula. He attacks down the left of the paint, and he is knocked to the floor. He'll shoot a pair with 6:06 left. At Ole Miss down 55-53.
Good job, because you cannot just concede the foul line if you're Ole Miss. You've got to get to the rim. It's a long game yet. And you don't want to be in a situation where Michigan State is shooting free throws without you. And that's a very good drive.
Fourth team foul against Michigan State. So Sean Padula, the third-team All-SEC performer in his first year in the program, knocks down the first. Later on, we'll select the play of the day. It's sponsored by Old Spice. Stinking places beyond your pits. Old Spice has you covered with total body deodorant. 24/7 freshness from pits to toes with daily use. What a player this guy has been for Chris Beard this season. 15th in the SEC in scoring, 7th in assists, 4th in steals. He knocks down the second, and we're tied at 55 with 6:06 left.
Well, Tom Izzo has not done a lot out of the portal, but Chris Beard has done a phenomenal job spending his money wisely, evaluating wisely, and getting guys that absolutely fit the way he wants to play.
We hit the 6-minute mark. Which of these two teams is going to be moving on to Sunday in the Elite Eight? Trey Holloman dribbles between the circles, accelerates down the paint, up to the rim, misses point blank. Boy, beat Padula and had an open layup.
Well, they've got what they want now. They're getting the ball high, they're getting it lifted, and they're coming off the top of the key.
Here comes Barnes up to the rim, a hard fake. He got Carr to bite, little bit of contact. Deflected out of bounds, no foul. But an underneath out of bounds for Ole Miss.
Yep, absolutely. They leave their feet. They strip the ball. Could have been a foul on Cooper from behind. They didn't see it that way. They get an inbound. Nothing lost.
Still 20 seconds to shoot. 5:40 remaining, second half. And we are tied at 55.
They'll get a hand back here with Padula. Oh, great denial by Holloman.
Inbound left wing off the corner to Dia. Dia now attacks to the baseline. Well sealed by Cooper. Out to Davis. Catch and shoot. Left wing three. Short. Front rim. Rebound by Richardson.
He's a squared up three-point shooter. Not a guy that's catching it, going away, and fading. Not a great look for Dre Davis.
5:20 to play. Second half. All tied here in Atlanta at 55. Richardson dribbling stationary. Left front court. Gives towards the left corner to Fears. Fears dribbles baseline. Off balance just as he rose to shoot. A little hip check. That'll put Fears at the line. It's on Barnes. That'll be his first. With 5:10 left and the Spartans a chance to retake the lead. Let's check the attendance here in Atlanta, sponsored by Uber Eats. Uber Eats is delivering game day meals from hundreds of your local favorites all week. Order now on Uber Eats. Product availability varies by region. See app for details. 17,980 tonight here in Atlanta as Fears knocks in the first.
Well, and they needed that because that was a great refusal of the ball screen on that left side. And Ole Miss is not quite down the way they were. They're playing with their hands too much right now. And Michigan State is taking advantage of the foul line.
Jeremy Fears, 74% free throw shooter, hits the second. 2-point Michigan State lead. 57-55. We come up on the 5-minute mark here in Atlanta. Padula straight away attacks into the paint, and the officials are going to get Richardson here trying to help, reaching in. Just as Padula dribbled past him.
That's
now
a good call.
Akins, I beg your pardon.
Yeah, he reached at him. That was a good play by Padula. He dropped, he cleared out with his right arm to go left. I'm not sure how much was contact, how much was Padula losing it. But, again, if you're Ole Miss, you don't want to give up that free throw line game.
Inbound, Morrell elevates and buries a left corner three. Rebels back in front. 58-57, 4:51 left. 10 for Morrell. Fears straight away, dribbles towards the left, looking for a teammate, wanders back to the right, top of the key, picks up the dribble, hands off Akins, 10 to shoot. Akins against Diaz, dribbles left, now Dia on a switch. Akins to the high post, stops and pops, misses front rim, fight for it underneath, Padula has it. Padula's outlet, broken up, stolen Fears, Collar, coming back, left-handed sledgehammer.
Hey, there might be a better athlete in the crowd, but I haven't seen him yet. He's the best athlete in this gym.
First steal of the night from Michigan State. They're up 59-58, 4:08 left. Padula, right wing's going to launch from deep, and he buries it. And now it's a straight fight.
You cannot go under on Sean Padula in any type of action, especially a ball screen where he's going to his right.
61-59 Rebels, under 4 to play. Here comes Fears into the paint, up with the floater, and he puts it down.
Michigan State is owning the elbows right now, Spiro. That's a big part of their offense. They didn't have it in the first half. They're getting it now.
We are tied at 61, 3:34 remaining. Padula between the circles, and we're going to get an illegal pick. Dia trying to come up with the back screen, was moving. It's the fourth on Malik Dia, and we're going to get a timeout. 3:31 left to play in Atlanta. Ole Miss and Michigan State deadlocked at 61. You're listening to the men's basketball tournament on the Westwood One NCAA Radio Network.
Listen up, fellow Gen Xers. Elizabeth Banks here. The recommended age for pneumococcal pneumonia vaccination has been lowered to 50 and older, even if you're healthy. It's up to us to lead the way. We've done this before. Music videos, fanny packs, even the World Wide Web. Let's do it again and get vaccinated, because we're at over 6 times greater risk for pneumococcal pneumonia. Gen X, this is our shot. Visit VaxAssist.com and schedule a vaccine today. Sponsored by Pfizer.
Your business needed to hire someone yesterday. How can you find amazing candidates fast? Easy. Just use Indeed. With Indeed Sponsored Jobs, your post jumps to the top of the page for relevant candidates so you can reach the people you want faster. According to Indeed data, sponsored jobs posted directly on Indeed have 45% more applications than non-sponsored jobs. Plus, with Indeed Sponsored Jobs, there are no monthly subscriptions, and you only pay for results. Start at Indeed.com/credit.
When you're in the thick of a project, Harbor Freight is the place that always comes in handy. Whether you're picking up something for your pickup truck or a power tool for your project, at Harbor Freight, your dollar always goes further. And these days, when everything seems to cost more, you can take pride in knowing that you get hard-working tools at hard-working prices. Whatever you do, do it for less at Harbor Freight.
This March Madness, Wendy's has a $1 JBC or double stack with in-app offer and purchase. So we're throwing the biggest watch party in the country and giving you the best seats to watch all the action. But just so you know, the seats are in a Wendy's, and the action is just staring at the $1 JBC or double stack in front of you. Also, you can bring a +1, if it's a burger. When it's gotta be fresh, gotta be Wendy's.
Limited time only. Participating Wendy's. Limit 1 JBC or double stack or qualifying item per offer with
Hey, you! Yeah, you! This is Joe Bowen, the voice of the Toronto Maple Leafs. Are you checking your bracket during the commercial break like the rest of us? Thanks for chatting it up and enjoying this March Madness live hangout with us. So why not make it official? Hit that subscribe button and turn on the bell so you never
They're going to win.
miss a live.
Tie game. But they get all these extra possessions where you know if you don't have a shot, you're getting to the foul line. Right now, for Ole Miss, you've got to keep spreading the court right now. You're getting good looks. Even what you've missed have been good. Keep the screens higher. Keep bringing Padula off ball screens or double staggers. Try to force some help from Michigan State. Get a drop-off or a kick-out. And do not force shots. Tie game like this, do not force anything.
Told you about Ole Miss. They've never been to the Elite Eight. They can get there tonight. But can they win this one against Michigan State? Spartans have it coming to our right. All tied at 61. And here we go. Aikens holding left front court with 3:20 to play. 18 on the shot clock.
Great job by Ole Miss coming out disguising zone. But just to get back into the man-to-man.
Richardson in the corner, dribbles out to the wing and resets. 9 on the timer. Richardson against Padula, straight away, gets a screen from Kohler, dribbles left, turns the corner, up to the rim, lays it in. Spartans by 2.
Great offense. They got Dre Davis on the switch at the top of the key on the 5-ball screen for Jace Richardson. He beats him to the rim with ease.
Richardson's got 20, 63-61. Padula, right wing. Gives to Diaz in the corner, back to Padula with 2:44 left, 12 to shoot. Padula dribbles in the front court to the left. He's bumped by Kohler. Michigan State had one more to give. With 2:42 left, it'll be a side out of bounds for the Rebels.
Well, and Kip Kissinger's looking over at Tom Izzo like he should be. I don't think Kip's upset at all. I mean, I don't think Tom's upset at all. He's upset with his player. Kip Kissinger's trying to put himself into the game. Looking back, he goes, just referee the game. It's going fine.
Inbound to Padula, left front court, attacks against Holloman now, into the paint, sealed off at the box, back to the rim, backs down Holloman, shimmy, shake, steps middle, up with the shot, missed it, rebound loose underneath, Barnes gets the loose ball, and then is fouled on a layup underneath.
Barnes is so strong, he's physical, he's on that glass, and you've got to have him on that glass with only Jamin Brakefield and Dre Davison on that front line.
Third personal against Richardson. What a break for the Rebels. Barnes, right place, right time. He'll shoot 2 with Ole Miss down 63-61 and 2:28 left. David Barnes, born in Memphis. He's a senior. Double transfer. Hits on the first. We got a 1-point game.
Will be interesting to see how long he goes without Malik Dia against North Carolina last week. He didn't put him back in the game, and he sat there about the last 8 minutes. He's got 4 fouls, If you're Ole Miss, you're playing time and score right now as well.
Barnes hits the second, a 73% free throw shooter, and we're tied 63 apiece, 2:24 left in Atlanta. Sweet 16, Michigan State and Ole Miss getting it on. Richardson between the circles gives left front court. Akins left corner. Holloman attacks, dumps underneath in the crowd, poked away in the paint. Davis has it for Ole Miss. Critical Spartans turnover. 2 minutes left and we're tied at 63. Both teams are out of fouls. Here comes Padula curling down the paint. Up with the layup and a crowd. No, it's loose. Richardson takes.
Very fortunate for Michigan State. They went under the ball screen on Padula, which was a mistake.
Tom Izzo wants a timeout to get everything settled down. $1:46 remaining. Down the stretch we come. Buckle up here in Atlanta. Michigan State 63, Ole Miss 63. You're listening to the men's basketball tournament on the Westwood One NCAA radio network.
One of life's greatest mysteries has finally been solved.
Who let the dogs out? Spruce, spruce, spruce.
It's Spruce, the new hard-working, worry-free weed and grass killer that's safe for use around people and pets. When used as direct.
Cheers, insiders and basketball fans worldwide. Joe Bowen here, the Hall of Fame voice of the Toronto Maple Leafs. Thanks for joining us for the SickKids Bracket Mania campaign on TSI, making a real difference in our Toronto community. From Toronto to Tokyo, Sudbury to Singapore, TSI is everywhere. Remember, a portion of every game's revenue goes directly to SickKids Hospital. Check out the live viewer map at TorontoSportsInsider.com. Let us know where you're watching from. Let's keep growing this global movement.
You heard the man. Go check the link that you see flying through the chat right now. It's also pinned in the description, and let us know where you're watching from and see where the rest of the world's watching from with us tonight. Good luck to your team.
Paint up with the floater, back rim it and rolls in to give Michigan State a 2-point lead.
Great drive by Akins, setting him up, waiting for the opening, crossing it over, getting there with his right hand in the middle of the floor.
$1:15 left, Michigan State 65, Ole Miss 63. Padula between the circles, gets it to Brakefield, hands back to Padula. Right wing, passes into the corner, Davis attacks baseline, up with the floater, missed it, it's loose, Richardson, baseline left rebound. We are inside of a minute left. Spartans with possession and a 2-point lead and a timeout taken by Tom Izzo.
Great. This is where he's at his best. He's always been late game side outs. He will look to score. If he can't score on the initial action here on some type of pick and roll, they'll go into their floppy type of action. Make it simple. 20 seconds left.
Timeout on the floor with 53 seconds left. Spartans 65 and the Rebels 63. You're listening to the men's basketball tournament on the Westwood One NCAA radio network.
Springfest and Ego Days are here at Lowe's. Right now, get a free Select Ego 56-volt battery with purchase of a Select trimmer, blower, or mower kit. Plus, shop today for new and exclusive items you need for your lawn. So get ready for spring with the latest in innovation from Ego, the #1 rated brand in cordless outdoor power. Only at Lowe's. We help, you save. Offer valid through 4/2. Selection varies by location while supplies last.
Final 53 seconds here in Atlanta. Most of this sellout crowd of nearly 18,000 on their feet. Michigan State will inbound coach. They're up 65-63. What are both of these coaches talking about in their huddles?
Well, Chris Beard is saying one stop. I mean, he was saying it as they came down in this. I don't think he'll switch defenses in a 2-point game like this. I think he will keep his switching right. He'll stay man-to-man. Michigan State could look to score quick on a side out of bounds. I don't think it'll be that because Jace Richardson is not taking the ball out. So I think they're going to get this down to about the 10-second mark. Try to get a great look, something in the middle of the floor.
Both teams are out of fouls. Jaden Akins will inbound it right at the far side, 28-foot hash mark, guarded by Padula. 53 seconds left. The winner of this one moving on to Sunday in the Elite Eight. Akins gets it from official John Gaffney, and here we go. He inbounds to Holloman, far side front court. Guarded by Barnes. Dribbles to the right wing. Still dribbling. Guarded by Barnes. 10 to shoot. 44 seconds left. Holloman, lead pass underneath Cooper. Up to the rim. Puts it down point blank. 4-point Spartans lead. 67-63. Padula off the far side. Enters the paint to the left and hits a tough floater to cut it to 2 with 33.6. Timeout taken by Chris Beard. Padula moving left diagonally to the low left box.
Well, and it was great offensive play by Sean Padula. Tom Izzo is furious right now with Carson Cooper not being in position right there on the get back, but credit Ole Miss for never letting the Michigan State defense get set. They didn't come back out and try to slow it down. They attacked. Brilliant offensive play by Sean Padula and Chris Beard on the Ole Miss side.
22 for Padula. He has been sensational. Timeout on the floor with 33.6 remaining, and Michigan State up 67-65. You're listening to the men's basketball tournament on the Westwood One NCAA Radio Network.
Confidence is knowing you're ready to handle whatever comes your way. That's what it feels like to take on your workday with Cintas. They make sure your AEDs are up to date, your fire extinguishers are tested and inspected, your floor mats are cleaned and delivered, and your workwear looks good, feels good, and is freshly laundered with the Cintas Apparel Plus program. So are you ready to take on today? Visit Cintas.com and get ready for the workday.
Back with you in Atlanta, 33.6 to play. Michigan State will have it. They lead Ole Miss 67-65 with a date in the Elite Eight hanging in the balance. Next whistle against the Rebels put Michigan State at the line for a double bonus. Coach, how do you play this?
Well, I don't think you go all the way down to the clock. I think if you press right now, you guard full court, you look for a trap, but if Michigan State's going to pull it out and go all the way down, you've got to foul. You want to lengthen the game, because even if they miss and they take it all the way down to the clock, you're looking at 3, 4, maybe 5 seconds tops to get a shot, and that's not enough. I like the press right now. I like the press. We're going to get a trap somewhere off the first or second pass.
Spartans have to bring it the length of the floor. Inbounder will be Trey Holloman. Official telling him that he can run up and down the baseline to inbound the basketball. 33.6, and here we go. Holloman gets it from the official. Moves up and down the baseline. Inbounds finally to Carr. Back to Holloman. Passes ahead. Akins over the timeline. Akins with 28 seconds. They trap him and now foul. That'll put Akins at the line. Double bonus. 2 free throws. 26.9 left. And so Jaden Akins, who's a 77% free throw shooter, can give the Spartans a 4-point lead.
Now, that was a good foul right there. You want to go for the tie-up because they had the arrow. It looked like Sean Padula was doing that, but there was no way to do that. That's a good foul. You're in good shape right now if you're Ole Miss. Even if he makes 2, it is way too early for a 3. You need to get to the bucket, get the clock stopped. If you can't get to the basket because they've overhelped, then get a kick out.
First free throws tonight for Jaden Akins, the senior. First is perfect. Spartans 68, Rebels 65, 26.9 left. Juju Murray in for Chris Beard, and David Barnes to the bench.
Now, if the ball goes to Padula, he's just going to make something happen. If it goes to Murray, he's going to try to get a quick, hard baseline drive to get to the rim or get a kick out.
Akins spins it in his hands. The lefty hits the second. It's a 4-point Spartans lead. 69-65, 25 seconds. Here we go. Padula moving left. Fakes. Straight away. Open 3. Front rim. No. Knock to the corner. Out of bounds. Last touch by the Spartans. 17.1 left.
And you still don't need a 3. Sean Padula got an open 3 because he shot faked. You still don't need a 3 at 17-1. You need a bucket or a foul.
Spartans 69, Rebels 65. Shot clock is off. Morrell, the inbounder, far side, and Chris Beard is going to get a timeout.
Oh, I don't like that. Now he's going to be out. You had a chance to call your action right there on a side out of bounds. You don't need the timeout right there. You just had one. You want that timeout to stop the clock again.
And that's his final timeout. What a gamble by Beard.
I don't
Feels
like that.
like this is the moment to take it with 17.1 left. And Michigan State in front 69-65.
And it's a two-possession game, Spiro, any way you slice it. You've got a side out right there to call your action. They're certainly well trained on what they want here. But now, no matter what happens, you're out of timeouts.
Michigan State is out of fouls. The Spartans do have one timeout left. What's Chris Beard thinking about here in that timeout huddle?
Well, by calling this, I think he's thinking 3. But they've got enough side out of bounds actions that can get the ball into the high post to break field. I would try to get something either on a handoff to get going downhill or get in isolation in that elbow and attack the rim. Try to attack Cohen Carr right now, or try to attack Fears if you're Dre Davis.
17.1 to play. Ole Miss will inbound with Padula, far sideline at the 28-foot hash mark, just below it in front of the Ole Miss bench. Rebels down 69-65. Padula gets it from the official.
There it is.
Top of the key. Here comes Brakefield trying to stuff it. Missed it. The putback by Padula. 2-point game.
Great job by Brakefield. Catching the ball at the elbow, driving the rim, just a miss.
And now the Spartans are going to get a timeout. Their final one. And let that drama build a little bit more here in Atlanta. 13.9 left. Both teams to their respective benches. Michigan State 69, Ole Miss 67.
Now this is crucial, Spiro. Ole Miss has the arrow unless they haven't changed it, and I think it's still Ole Miss's ball. You do not have to foul immediately if you are Ole Miss. You have to let the referees know that you're going for the tie-up first. You have to, all right, because they will call a foul if they think it's close. You've got to let them know what you want. You do not have to foul on that first pass. You try to get the tie-up. You try to get the steal or the trap. Now, you don't want to let them go long. That is crucial. You want to have great length on the ball. You want to foul on the second pass, not the first pass.
Ole Miss in the Sweet 16 for only the second time ever. They have never been to the Elite Eight. Michigan State looking for what would be their 11th trip to the Final Eight. Both teams break their huddles. 13.9 seconds left. Both teams now are out of timeouts. Michigan State will inbound. They'll have to bring it the length of the floor as they nurse a 69-67 lead.
Somehow you want to get this ball in Jace Richardson's hands with Jaden Akins. I'd say get it to Akins if they can get a throwback with him taking it out. They're double-team Holloman right now with Barnes and with Murray underneath the basket.
Akins gets it, hands in the baseline to Holloman. Now he's the inbounder, throws into Fears, back to Holloman, up the center of the floor. They get to him for the foul. I believe it's Murray, 11.1, so only a couple of seconds come off the clock.
Great play by Jeremy Fears Jr. to make the catch. They switch the inbounder on the run-up with Holloman. If Fears holds the ball, there's a problem. He didn't. They couldn't get to him. He gives it up. The ball's going up the court. That's where the foul occurs.
So Trey Holloman is a terrific free throw shooter, 83% of the season. The junior from Minneapolis to the line to try to extend to a 4-point lead. Spins it in his hands. First is up and perfect. Michigan State 70, Ole Miss 67 with 11.1 seconds left. Cohen Carr checks in. Frankie Fiddler sits.
Now, Michigan State has been so good in this tournament from the foul line, and obviously they're there again tonight with the way they're making free throws. 16-19 going in for the 20th free throw here.
Holloman 3 of 3, make it 4 for 4. Second good, 4-point Michigan State lead, 71-67 with 11 seconds. Padula the inbounder, late full court press, throw into Murray. Ahead to Padula on the run, transition left wing 3, short, loose underneath. And the officials say it's out of bounds underneath off of the Rebels, and the Spartans can taste it.
They sure can. That was a tough play. Wasn't a bad three at all. They don't get the rebound. It goes out of bounds. You've still got to try to get a tie-up. If you are Ole Miss, you still have the arrow. The game is not over yet. But you have to go in tough. All right, as soon as they catch the ball, go for the tie-up, then give the foul.
4.5 seconds left. Frankie Fiddler back in for Tom Izzo. Michigan State will inbound under their own defensive goal, and now the officials looks like they're going to walk over to the score table. Not sure, Coach, if they're going to go back to maybe determine if they're going to put any more time back on the clock. 4.5 left.
Yep.
Now they will indeed put some more time, so 5.4.
Well, they made that quick. That's the beauty of having the fourth official over there. He knows exactly what. Vlad was on it over there.
Michigan State 71, Ole Miss 67. Here's the inbounder, underneath, unguarded, looking, throws into Holloman, and he circles in the corner and is fouled. And Holloman will make a long walk to the free throw line with 4.2 left. And the Spartans up 71-67.
This Michigan State team, I think I've heard a couple people say they have a real arrogance about them. No, they don't. They have a real confidence about them. They know they're good. They don't come out into these games trying to prove something. They come out and they know they're good, and that's really a big part of Tom Izzo's culture.
And Coach, you just think of what the expectations were. They weren't really great for this Michigan State team. Even Tom Izzo said himself, as Holloman hits the first, 5-point Michigan State lead.
All they do is win these quad one games. And I know we're not in the quads now. Outside of Bryant, every win they've had moving into this has been a team that is really, really good. The Big Ten, New Mexico, tonight with Ole Miss. Phenomenal job fixing their offense in the second half, getting it off the side to start, getting the ball moving, and then attacking off the sides.
Winners of 10 of the last 11. Holloman hits the second. 4.2 left, 6-point lead. Inbound Padula, 3 seconds ahead to Morrell. He'll fire. A 3 is good, and it is over in Atlanta. The Spartans are elite yet again. Michigan State moving on to the Elite Eight as they knock off Ole Miss 73-70. Tom Izzo and Chris Beard embracing at center court as both of these two teams come together. Just an incredible matchup, Coach. It was as intense as we all thought it would be. Two sensational teams, and in the end, it's Michigan State punching its ticket to Sunday in the Elite Eight.
It really is. And Malik Dia going out of the game when he did was an absolute break for Michigan State. Just an absolute break, because he was a guy that Michigan State would have trouble guarding. But again, Michigan State figured out how to attack this team. They quit trying to attack the baseline early. They got baseline drives because it was getting reversed, played out of the middle. Outstanding adjustments by Michigan State in the second half.
Let's check some of the final stats, sponsored by Intuit TurboTax. With TurboTax, now taxes is getting an expert who files your taxes for you so you can stay locked in on the madness. Intuit TurboTax now is the taxes. We'll get to the numbers in a moment. First, we're joined by Cohen Carr, who was one of the stars of the night. Cohen, congratulations on this sensational performance.
Thank you.
Just give us your emotions, what you're feeling as you guys move on now to Sunday.
I mean, I feel good. You know, I didn't think I had my best game today, but my teammates picked me up, and I played better in the second half. But, you know, I feel good. No, we got to win. Going to the Elite Eight, I feel great.
Cohen, how did you feel? This is your first start in a game like this back home.
Yeah.
For you, how did you feel with that?
I mean, it was good. Definitely a lot of emotions, a lot of nerves. But, you know, once I got out there, I was cool. But, it's amazing.
Cohen, give us your early observations now as you start to look ahead. And just overall, when you just consider how far you guys have come as a team to now consider that you're going to be among the Final Eight, has to be a pretty good feeling.
I mean, we played it here for our third game of the season. Came here and lost to Kansas. Didn't really play good. Everybody was doubting us. So just to see our team bounce back and grow over the course of the season, it's amazing. I love all these guys.
Cohen, we appreciate the time. Congratulations.
Appreciate y'all. Thank you.
Great job, Cohen.
Yes, sir.
All right, Cohen Carr among the stars for Tom Izzo and the Spartans. What a performance down the stretch. All they do, Coach, is just keep winning no matter what the circumstances. The mental toughness of this group as the evolution has continued. Izzo has molded them in his personality, and they're moving on to the Elite Eight.
Well, they earned it because they were not that good early. They were turning it over. They weren't rebounding the right way. But I'm telling you, Ole Miss did a fantastic job, but they really struggled guarding them off the dribble. Once they started getting reversals in this game, they did a good job on the break of Michigan State, but not as much in the half court. And Michigan State getting into that bonus at the 7:50 mark was absolutely crucial.
Some of the final key numbers: Ole Miss finishes shooting 41% from the field, Michigan State 50%. And the free throw discrepancy, as Coach just alluded to, massive. 22 attempted free throws for the Spartans to just 10 for Ole Miss. Time now to select the player of the game. It's sponsored by Lowe's. Springfest is here at Lowe's with can't miss savings. Pick up fresh finds for all your lawn care needs. Lowe's, they help you save. All right, Coach? Give us your Lowe's player of the game.
Well, I love Cohen Carr, but I love Jace Richardson and the way he played in this even more. Never got rattled, made great drives, got to the foul line. He never hunted shots. He just kept attacking. He plays so much older than a freshman, it's crazy. I get what everybody in that league said. If he wasn't the best player in the league the last half of the year, you don't need another finger to name somebody else. He has been fantastic. The bloodlines are so strong for him with his father, Jason, who played for Tom Izzo for 2 years before an illustrious NBA career. Jace Richardson is going to have that kind of career and even more. He's one of the best NBA prospects in all of college basketball, and he played that way tonight.
20 points for Richardson to lead all scorers as Michigan State wins it 73-70 over Ole Miss. When we return, we'll have more of the All-State post-game report. You're listening to the men's basketball tournament on the Westwood One NCAA radio network.
It's time for basketball, and right now, Uber Eats has deals on McDonald's, Popeyes, Pizza Hut, Wendy's, and hundreds more local favorites. So you can keep your eyes on the ball and your hands on a hamburger. Get game day deals now, only on Uber Eats. Product availability varies by region. See app for details.
Keep your engines healthy with stable, in-season protection. Enable your engine to run cleaner, smoother, and stronger than ever before. A simple way to keep your engines running like new. At every fill-up, start with stable.